Bunch of freaks, all of you. Bunch of freaks. Bunch of freaks. Oh, yep. Alright. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. It's me. It's me. How are we? Congratulations to Ollie for first. No surprise. And Spotify reminder, she creamed all of you guys today. Get good next time. Hello, Rotten, my least favorite child. And Sammy, hello. And King, hello. And Tyrio is hello. And Arctic, hello. And who did I not say hello to? I don't know. Whoever else is here. Athene Weenie. Hey, Queen, how are you? Bleck, she says, right? I'm a creep. I'm a weird. You guys are dorks. I truly, I like to make fun of you all, but I hope you know that I love you all, and stuff like that in the server is what makes the server fun. I do a lot of insulting on you guys and calling you dunces and idiots and my biggest regrets and my least favorite children and awful people and incredibly annoying and wieners and doo-doo heads and lamers, losers, a bunch of slurs, can't say those here, but I hope you guys know that I love you all. And also you're a bunch of fucking losers. Just covering all my bases there, babe. I'm so incredibly annoying. But like the important thing is you know that that's not true. Like that's the important thing. Music is loud. I can turn the music down. Wait, hang on. I'm supposed to be showing my face right now. Turn the music down. Hello everybody, my name is Alexander. Welcome home. Shake your moneymaker, apparently. Good lord, the music's loud. Okay, hang on. Gonna make some adjustments here. I'm adjusting the music on my side. How is this for music? Is this a good music level, or do we want lower than this? I'm here to make an evil child before my time limit runs out, so I'm doing that. Right. Okay. Hi. Unironically, I'm just clarifying again because Arctic with the love and the haha, like at least you saying that you're incredibly annoying. I just want you all to know that you're not annoying and that I'm bullying you because I love you. In like the parasocial way. But like I grew up getting told that I was annoying a lot, and so it's like an insecurity of mine to be annoying, so I just want you all to know that even if I call you annoying, I don't actually mean it, and I would never actually mean that. Except for some of you, in which case you know who you are. But unironically, you guys aren't annoying. Truly. Like, you are what makes it fun. You are what makes streaming fun. Ollie's saying me! Yes, Ollie, you're not annoying. Just not. I am annoying, just less so here. You're not annoying! I'm gonna start, like... Pay attention to me! Pay attention! You're not annoying. That's not how the world works. I'm just clarifying this for all of you insecure losers out there who have been told that you're annoying. You're not. You're a lot. But just because you're a lot for somebody doesn't mean you need to be less for them. Just because they can't handle you doesn't mean you need to make your muchness less. Okay? You find your people. You're equally annoying people. I'm so loud. I'm so obnoxious. I make all of my friends absolutely so uncomfortable in public places because I am just insufferable. And that does not mean that I need to be less. It means I need to have friends who can handle me at my worst. This is just who I am. Okay? Don't like it? Don't like it? Don't be friends with me. Can't handle me in public? Don't come in public with me. I'm having a great time. So... I'm taking the emo phase bit seriously. Great. Okay, can somebody go donate to my GoFundMe so I can move to New Zealand for no particular reason? Only if I can come with. Clearly I'm trying hard enough. Correct. Ollie, I need you to up your attempting to annoy me level by like at least 20%. Like our numbers have really been down recently and I'm gonna need you to up that level a little bit. Tyrio wants to give you your paycheck. Reese has gone blind or deaf or whatever the fuck is wrong. Jingle Jangle, pay attention. Correct. I can see the disbelief. And from the lip reading, are we talking about the closing windows in the rain? We're not, but that I can talk about that. David saying, now I'm crying. Love you. Would a least favorite child have a 30 stream streak? Huge! That's crazy, Rotten. Thank you for the streak. Damn, I tried. Good thing I don't know how to read lips. When we're in person, I'm just trying to annoy you. I need you to up those levels. Like those levels have really been down recently. My leg hurts. Someone validate me. No. Crazy. I will say Reese was talking about me running in the rain today, and I did that at work. I ran in the rain at work. It was downpouring, and my coworker left her windows down, and she was in the room with a patient. And I was like, I have to go roll her windows up. Does anybody know where her keys are? And my coworker's like, yeah, here, like, keys. Just like, I'm not going out there. And everyone else is like, there's no way in hell I'm going out there. So I was like, I'm doing it. And just took her keys and broke into her car and rolled her windows up. And I was outside for a matter of maybe 4 seconds. Like, it is literally 10 feet at most from door to car and then car to door again. And I was completely drenched. I literally hair dripping down my face, shirt soaked, pants soaked, socks soaked. Like, it was flooding. Like, it's truly just an event. So I just had to come home sad and wet and very cold. I was sitting on the floor at work in front of a space heater, like an egg, just trying to warm up. So anyways, that's how my day at work went. I thought you'd love the rain, Lucky. I love it. I love the rain. I don't love sitting in sopping wet clothes in a cold medical building for an hour after I'm drenched. I love sitting in the rain when as soon as I come in, I can get naked and put on dry clothes. It wasn't the rain that was the problem. That was very fun. It was the hour of damp, cold clothes that was not fun. Yes, it was wonderful for a moment, and then it was me doing this in the medical office for an hour. So fucking cold. But, anywho. Okay, let's talk OCs. Art fight approaches. We have one final art fight reference to do. Embry is recently done. I can show you Embry. Where's my iPad? This is Embry's old character reference sheet, if you remember, which was actually an update from their human design. I updated them just last year, decided that they were no longer human with horns and are more developed. So this is Embry's previous design, and this is the new and finished character page. I did some weird things with this one. I wanted to use a weird brush to give them a little bit of a different texture than everybody else. It's weird looking, but I had a lot of fun with it, and it captured kind of what I wanted to. I got my goals across. It's not great, but it is good. So I'm happy with it. Sammy, have fun with your studying. So this is our finished Embry art. This one is, I think, already uploaded to Artfight, so I've already got that one up now. And here's the old. This is the old Embry art. We've had a little bit of an upgrade. And so Jace is our very last to be updated. This was his old art, and this is our new one, and this is what we're going to be working on today. We just need to get through the actual shading and everything like that, but otherwise, we are officially done. Embry and Jace also need to be added to this, so I still need to do Embry's art here. But that's all of the things there are, and then we're done. So we're finally at the end of it. We finally. And the number of art pieces I have for characters has started to get a little overwhelming, and I got a link a while ago from a friend. So I finally gave in, and I have officially started working on a toy house. If you don't know what a toy house is essentially this beta website that you use to organize characters and images. Because I've been on Artfight for 5 years now. And when I first started on Artfight, I only had 2 characters, and I'd only drawn one of them. And nowadays I have 6 images for almost all of my characters, and it's gotten to the point where I have to start picking between which images I want more, and that started to get kind of hard. Going into Kane's art here, I've had to make my decisions about what images get to stay and go. Recently, this one got traded in for the one where he's laying down and smoking. So that one got traded out, and this one got traded in. But it's just gotten really hard to make the decisions as to who has earned their spot. And thus, my toy house has begun. And now I can pull up his gallery and see all of his images at once. So it turns out I have 17 drawings of Kane that I have done, which has been really great. these are my art section. These two are the reference sheets, and then these three are the NSFW arts. So my Toy House is public. I will be posting this on ArtFight. This is my one-time warning, and I'll post a warning on the Toy House itself. But this is my one-time outside warning. Okay. My Toy House is going to include every piece of art I have ever done to these characters, including the NSFW art. If you click on them, that's your fault. If you're a minor, it is up to you to decide how you deal with the internet. Just don't be an idiot or whatever. I have drawn my characters having sex. 2 of those drawings are just like schlong on display characters having sex. I'm not censoring those. They're censored on the site. They're underneath there. Don't click on them if you don't want to see them. That's how this is gonna work. Okay. I just wanted a place where I could finally put all of my characters' images and drawings in one place, because it's been hard trying to jump around and find everything. And now I have one place where I can go and see where are all my drawings of Kane. Here's all 17 times I've drawn him, which has been so good. Like, I can go and see Sawyer all 10 times that I've drawn him. These aren't sorted yet, but all 10 of my Sawyer drawings with the 2 NSF debuts in there. Like, this is what I'm working on now. So I will slowly work through adding all of those and getting everything in one place so that we can actually like see all of them. These aren't even all of Azazel's art yet. I'm still adding them. It's just gotten hard to be able to pick things. So we're making some things happen. We're getting there. We're getting on a Toy House. I'm going to officially have a Toy House that will be a little bit easier to navigate. So if you need character references, you have more than just 6 to pick from. So that's my little update. Which is really cool and is really exciting and is going to take a lot of time and has already taken a lot of time and is going to be a pain in my butt. But it's for big benefits in the long term, because I think it'll be easier that if I'm not so stressed about like, I've got to get every image. It's like, you don't have to get every image, because now I can just throw them on my Toy House and they'll be there. I know so many people have had Toy Houses for years, and I finally got myself a link to it, because you have to have a code to get on the website. And I did it a while ago, and I almost a year ago, and I finally have been like, all right, fine, I'm gonna make it. So that's where I'm at today. Yeah, you have to have an invite. So I have finally I got an invite code about a year ago. So now I'm happy. I'm settled in. I've got myself an art fight. I've got myself a Toy House. It's gonna take a little bit of time to work through, but it's going to be a nightmare to build up, because I've got to find, I'm going to try to put like every drawing I've done of everybody. And the best thing about Toy House, you also don't have to worry about it, because you can't see the NSFW images unless you have an account, I think. No, I didn't go look. Why would I do that? Really? You have to have an account to see the NSFW images. Interesting. I want to see what you see if you can't see it. Like if you're clicking into the gallery, link handout. Here, let me try to get a link. I'm gonna get like a link to Kane's. Hang on. And I'm gonna You can't, you're right. I just put it on my, I went in incognito and clicked in. You can't see the NSFW unless you're logged in, unless you have an account. Interesting. Actually, I bet you, one second, hang on, hold, because I know that's not entirely true. It's a, hang on. There was a permission I saw somewhere. Manage images, visibility, NSFW, sexual content, sensitive content. There's, hang on, visibility. Public viewers see watermark. I swear. Tyrio has subscribed to my Toy House. That was so quick. Points at hand. Code? What do you mean code? What do you mean code? Like, do you want the link? Please, I want to join and see. I don't have a code to give you. I don't know if I can invite you. I don't know if that's how that works. I got a code, but I don't know how to give out a code. I'm not a premium user. I don't know if I can give codes. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, you have to like you have to like find people who have codes. Oh, invitations. Invite codes will be regularly generated for testers whenever we feel the site is ready for more users. Premium users get an additional 2 a week. This number may change. I have no invite codes to hand out. What is this guy? It's an alpha website that is trying not to have too many people. I do not have any invite codes. I can't invite anybody. I'm sorry. Talk to Tyrio off stream to see what is this gay kid. It's not. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna be honest. I tried to see the setting. I cannot see the schlungen. I'm sorry. I will personally send you the penis if that's what you want. I can do that for you. Okay, let me. Reese, where's your DMs? I'm certain I've sent all of these before. I'm guarantee you I have, but I can't find a setting. I was gonna say acting like we have. I've sent all of these before. I'm certain of it. I already deleted them off my tablet. I'll have to send them after stream. Everything is so quick. Whatever. Yeah, I've sent all of these before. Good to jog the memory, yeah. But I also like these sites, even though they are gatekept because you have to have a code for them, it's really not hard to find people on Reddit who will send you codes. Like, you can find premium members who can hand out codes fairly easily. Reese, I think I got mine from Lizzie Diamond. Like, I think she's the one who sent me a code like a year and a half ago. So, like, it just... like, just, like, find somebody who can send you a code. Like, it just takes a little bit of effort to get on there, but, like, I got on a while ago. Anyways, we have art to do today. I'm sad because I wanted to play. Do you want to have the website too? You can go find somebody who can hand out the code. Talk to Terry about it. She might know some premium people. I don't have any invite codes to hand out. I apologize. I'm not a premium user. But, okay. This is what we're working on today. I'm hoping Twitch doesn't have a problem with the top of Jace's ass crack. I've sent my request to my people. I'll update when I get the codes. There you go. It's been a while. Again, you've been streaming on days where I have Kaio or just got shit to do. Also, can I ask for some advice real quick? Yeah, no problem. What's up, man? Mainly because it doesn't seem like you have to be an artist. I mean, you don't have to be an artist. The point of ToyHouse is just to collect. I mean, I don't know what I would be using it for if not to collect. Well, yeah, you don't have to be the drawer. You don't have to be the artist. You collect images there. Ali, it would be perfect for you, actually. You don't have to be the artist at all. You can specifically like say like privileges to who made the art for everything. It'd be a great place to like collect art. I'm overwhelmed at the idea of doing is Xander, because I'm gonna have categories for like all of my art to the characters and then a fan art section because I can like include a database of every piece of fan art you guys have done of him, which just sounds nightmarish. Also, I'm shocked that I'm introducing every person here to Emily, Ali, and Reese all wanting a toy house, where it's like, do you not know these exist? Like, they're all over, like, every OC world about it. Oh, you knew? Okay, you knew about it. Got you. That's fair. I was gonna say, like, this is something that's like, if you've ever touched Art Fight, you know about Toy House. I've started the trend. I've done it. I've begun the trend. So I'm gonna work on setting mine up. Yeah, I've been on people's Toy House forever. Yeah. I know. That's why I was like, if you've been on Art Fight, you've seen them for sure. Because like people have references on there for so much stuff. All right, let's draw this loser. I have, as per usual, forgotten how to make art. I don't remember how to draw skin anymore, so today is going to be a nightmare, but that's how I normally work. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing today. I'm just going to kind of fuck around today. I have no idea how to shade skin this pale. I'm gonna be honest, I have a significantly easier time shading people of color than I do white people. It's so hard to shade white skin. Shading Genesis, no problem. Shading Sawyer, literally no issue. Like, shading fucking Kane, Jace, I don't know how to shade these people. I don't know what the fuck white skin does, apparently. Hi there. Hi, Kellum. Did Scar have a... Scar never posted a question. Okay. Hey, Arctic. How are we? I was like, I know Scar was asking a question, but I didn't see it come through, so I'm just kind of... I was waiting to see. Gotta make sure I know where my lighting is. Replies. Yeah. They very rarely work. I'm just gonna kind of fuck around with shadows. Yeah, replies. I've been dating this person for over a year now, and I generally see myself spending the rest of my life with them, but I just don't know if I actually love them, and I don't know what to do. Okay, so here's the thing. Love very often is not an emotion in the way that you think it is. Love is an action more than it is anything else. Love isn't like a feeling like you get where you're like, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm in love. Like, you can get swells of like, oh my gosh, I like adore this person, you know, I want to take care of this person, I want to spend my life with this person, I want to be close to this person, I want to, whatever it is. They can make you feel happy, and they can make you feel appreciated, and they can make you whatever. But like, attraction is a feeling that you have, and desire is a feeling you have, and friendship is an action, and love is an action, and like, those aren't things you feel as much as they are things that you do. You don't just like feel love to somebody. You choose love with somebody. If you're like, you know, I really care about this person, we've been steady for a while, I could see myself spending my life with them. I would be happy raising kids with them. If you want kids, I would be happy raising pets with them. I'd be happy sharing a house with them. I'd be happy cooking them dinner. I'd be happy cooking them breakfast. I'd be happy to be with them in the times where things are bad. You know, if I lose my job, they are the person I want to fall back on. If I'm going through a health crisis, they're the person I want to visit me in the hospital. If I'm like, this is the person who you would want to turn to when your life is the worst, and you want to support when their life is the worst, then that's choosing love. And you wake up and choose to love them and to be loved by them in the good things, in the bad things, in the everything. Like, there's no feeling you're gonna get that's like, yeah, this is the thing. It's like, it's that checklist. You want to get, if you're stuck in traffic, is this the person you want to get stuck in traffic with? If you're, you know, stuck on a deserted island, is this the person you want to be stuck on a deserted island with? Is this, if this is the person that you want to, you know, whatever with. And it doesn't have to be everything. You know, you still have friends, you still have people that you care about, you still have family. They don't have to be the only person you care about. But if they're the rest of your life, would that make you happy? That's closer to the feeling you're looking for. I hope that makes some sense. At least that's my view of the world. That is not how everybody has to feel about it, but that's why I think love is not exclusive to romantic. And I truly don't think it should be, especially with the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. I don't think your love should be purely and exclusively romantic. It should also be platonic. It should also be like the type of like love that you should have with your friends as well, but there's like an extra layer to it. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because, like, I would also want to feel this way about, like, the people I'm choosing to be, like, my best friends. The people I'm going to choose, like, spend my birthdays with and spend my holidays with and spend my, you know, make plans with. Those people that I want to see, those are my best friends. Those are whatever. Like, I'm going to want to have a lot of similar feelings with them as well. I'll stay up with you. Xander's hot take on love. This is Xander's Love Advice Island. What can I do for you? Caller number 2. What is your love advice question? Says the person who's been single for what year is it? I don't even know how long anymore, actually. I've been single for an unprecedented amount of time. Okay, I genuinely don't know how long it's been. The last time I dated somebody was I have no idea. 2020? Yeah. So it's been 6 years since I've dated somebody. I'm the person to give you dating advice, certainly. Why is this dude a fucking rainbow? Jesus Christ. The thing is, then I need to like wash all of this over with like I do not know how to like do this in a way that I'm gonna like Why is this dude rainbow colored? I have no idea. Why do I rainbow color skin nowadays, man? What in the rainbow bright is this? I've been single for 23 years. Consistency. Gay shedding because he's gay. Me when gay because he's gay. Great. Perfect. Imagine being gay. Ew. Crazy. Emily's homophobic. Correct. Why is this dude a rainbow? The humble queer audience. Gay. I love when the disappointed monkey flies across the screen. I love when one of your like monkey emotes just like, meow, like flies away. So-called free thinkers when rainbows. I just like, I don't want somebody to like assume that because I'm shading him like I'm a lunatic, he actually like is rainbow colored. Like, because for some reason I'm shading like a crazy dude today. Oh, there goes the, Jesus, that's a lot of disappointed monkeys. The monkey's never been so disappointed in me. I just want to like, I want to create shadow without being entirely rainbow. Oh God. That really catches my attention, admittedly, when there's just 100 emotes that fly across the screen. I'm like, oh, hello. Good way to catch my attention, I guess. Oh, there's rats. The monkey is mine. Why mine no monkey? Oh, the fish are here. It's just my mods spamming right now. I'll keep this in mind if you haven't looked at chat in a while. It's true. If you send like Emily just did, there's just a paragraph of any emote, it catches my attention because it just flies across the screen. Admittedly, the rats are hard to see. You got to do like bright colored. Can we get like 50 boobs in chat? Because that's what the bright rainbow stuff catches my attention. Like if I'm looking at my tablet, okay, I'm imagining I'm really drawing. Yeah, those I see pretty well. Those are the bright green guys. Okay. I'm trying to say like, okay, I'll let you know the validity of how well I can see it. Okay, something has caught my eye there. It's toast. And there goes boobs. Those catch my eye a little bit. Footballs, right? Actually, the rainbow boobs are a little small. They're not super clear. Xander, go long. I'm sorry. The boobs actually don't catch my eye as much as some of the other like bright emotes did. Those they felt like they popped up a little small. Like if I'm like really drawn, I don't know if I'd see them. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm really focused in on drawing. I'll let you know if I catch them. Those are really little. Yeah, no, yeah, the cock isn't great. Those barely I can see from the side. What did you send? Cock. Yeah, okay, so cock and boobs are out. I'm gonna make a horror realistic boob emoji. Oh God, hunger fear. Oh my God, it's been a while. I love how just people rushing to spam boobs as much as they could. Oh, hyper realistic boob emoji. The cock isn't great. That is what I said, isn't it? That one's okay. What is that? That's just green. Great. That one's also okay. The bees are bright and yellow. Those aren't bad. Those are okay. What is that? Gray? Oh, it's the lesbian hearts. I just saw like the gray, like the hand around it. This is really a test of my peripheral vision is what this is. We're doing peripheral vision tests here on Twitch. Tune in for your latest, your blind ass streamer to see what can we possibly spam to get him to pay attention. That's something little. And yellow? Nope, it was two little green things. Great, cool. That's bright green, whatever that is. Ah, it's the chat emoji and from the Brat album. That one's loud. I'm aware that they're purple hands. I'm telling you what I was able to see out of the corner of my eye. My shading of skin has become nightmarish. I need to get it together. Really, truly. Really, honestly and truly, I do need to get it together. Everything I shade looks awful. That's not true. It's just like, it's very... I'm not a fan of all of the results recently. That one is weird. All right, we know how to get your attention now, Brat. Yeah, apparently that one's really bright in the side of my face, or like from the side of my vision. It's apparently the Brat album. That one was really small. Okay, it was. Those also are. Those aren't super bright in my vision. That one I would admit. That one I could see. What's that? What was that? What is it, the stinky cheese? The stinky cheese emote does work. Xander, my mood and like for XR will be altered based on how long it takes to render her metal arms. Just an FYI. Well, I look forward to you attempting to kill me in the next session then, because I have a feeling it won't be short, considering they are multi-part mechanical, golden, glowing, and semi-transparent arms. Have fun. Who was the girl with the blue hair? But yeah, whatever Hot Pocket is, that one was clear. That one came up to me pretty well. I saw something. The purple heart. Purple heart's okay. Winston's an armored paladin. He's next. I could just kill him. No more armor. Yeah, Reese, I think that's what Emily wants you to do. Don't even worry about it. Apparently Emily's character is killing him anyways. Shading. Is that what I asked you to do? No one can see me cry. I'm sorry, Ollie. Yeah, the crying doesn't catch the emo doesn't catch my eye. Oh, I'm not. It's prophesized. I don't know. I'm skipping XR and Shen and going straight to Sylvie. Sorry. Darn. Sorry, Reese. Me and you getting left out. I don't want to shade Jace's butt. I know it's my choice to have decided to draw him like this, but I suddenly am just like, I have to shade your butt crack, don't I? Like, this was my choice. I'm the one who decided that I have to shade Jace's butt crack. This is what I have to live with. This is crazy. I did not. That's crazy. I didn't see the frog emote. I have to read Shakespeare. I'm sorry, you have to read Shakespeare. The frog emote I didn't catch my eye because I was shading butt crack. That I don't think that was a you. Holy back muscle. Jace is one of my only few like really ripped dudes. Like, Sawyer is quite strong, and sometimes I draw him a little more ripped than he is, but he's got a softer body. Sometimes I draw him a little ripped when he's, like, younger, but generally has a softer body because he's not a soldier. Jace is one of my only, like, other than Zadkiel's muscly, but in, like, the sexy way, not in, like, but, like, unrealistic and unusable. Yeah, Zadkiel is shredded, but he's fake. Like, Zadkiel's an angel. Like, he has a perfect body, but there's not, like, a reason for it. He's just, like, whatever. Versus, like, Jace is fucking shredded on purpose. Jace is yoked the fuck up, but it's because he's a goddamn soldier who's in training. And or on missions. He's fucking choked out. If you're functionally muscular, men are my OC weakness. Yeah. Functionally muscular men, my beloved. I fear as though I should stop smapping. You mean spamming? That's fair. Forced to commit to the crack. Yeah, I did this to myself. Yeah, Jace is unironically just a pretty shredded dude. I have to show Shane Daily to not to give everyone bigger arms. I'm constantly bigoting my character's arms. Like I'm such a simple man. All of my men are just wickedly hot, and my women actually. I'm no better with my women. The thing I'm missing is like a ridiculously buff woman. I do have Myra, which although she is one of my most like dainty and feminine styled OCs, she is a very she's got muscular arms because she's an archer. Xander, you are forcing them to experience twink dust and it's glorious. Oh no, I have so much fun with it. I'm so glad I'm out of, but I do still consistently draw my twinks. Have you seen how I've drawn Kane recently? Like some of my most recent Kane drawings are starting to get suspicious. Like, what is the shape of this man? What is the shape of this man? Look at his arm. Like when I keep saying I keep trying to draw bigger arms, Kane is not included. He needs to get his shit together. Look at you, baby. Look at the babby. He's a babby. Look at the babby. Ah! I'm ill. I'm genuinely ill. Babby. He's so cute. There's something that's really painful to me about this strut here. So I can flip through these a little bit less scary. I'm gonna get rid of the one that I can't show you on stream. There's something that's like is really disturbing about this image and this image being so close together. Like, 'cause I've never drawn this era, but this is the same person as this. And these two are the same people. His arms are thicker and he's a baby than they are now, and I don't like it, but it wham. Anyways, I just needed to make those noises really quickly. Some of my boys are still experiencing some of my characters are experiencing twink death, and some of my twinks are experiencing death. Unfortunately, that seems to be the consistency here. I'm glad Rotten thought that was funny. Drat, the twinks are deafening. Yep, deafening. Yep, just shade the blush of Jace's butt cheeks. This is what I'm doing with my life. This needs to be less red. Yeah. I've never made a twink. It's your sign, Ollie. I like my men larger. Everyone's next OC has to be a twink. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My OCs are not allowed to have waists. I've got different opinions on my characters and their shapes. I like to think I have a fairly not an incredibly diverse, but a growing diversity of character shapes and sizes. I definitely still have a lot to go when it comes to like a truly diverse cast of characters. But I think I've got a growing diversity of body shapes. Like if you want a twink, I've got it. You want a muscular man, I've got it. You want a girl with some muscle, I've got one. You want a do I have like a really, like any like really thin, like I don't know if I have any thin like stereotypical looking women on my art fight. I'm thinking like art fight. Like Myra is thin, but she's also like muscular. She's not like the like, but she's like kind of feminine. She kind of meets several of the demands. Brianna obviously is skinny, but she's not a cis woman, but she's on the list. Genesis are a heavier set woman. XR is a woman, but of what denomination is up yet to be seen. So of my 13 OCs on art fight, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, of my 13 OCs on art fight, 4 of them are women, 1 is non-binary, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 men, 4 women, and 1 non-binary character on art fight. Jace, where's your trigger discipline? His finger is there for a reason. It's because he intends to use it. And by intends, I mean he's probably actively pulling that trigger. I'll be real. That finger is there for a reason. And he's not afraid to use it. Has and will. He's a no hesitation kind of guy. That's one of the fun little traits about Jace. He's a act now, think later kind of person. Which means he totally will just do what has to be done, and then we'll face the consequences of it later. I think I talked about this last art stream, that I was like, I want to, like, I'm kind of under the concept that I would like to start publishing Those That Fear Us on AO3 if people are like genuinely interested in it. Just because like I wrote this book and I have these OCs and people want to know about them, and I can't talk about them. Because like it's hard to talk about them when it's like there's a whole book you could read, but I don't know how to let you read it. And I think if people are interested, I'm just gonna start publishing it on AO3 with like some warnings up that like it may be like it generally contains sensitive like things, and it has not been read by a sensitivity reader, may not be like politically correct or sensitively correct, like, because that's the reason I put it down, was that I decided like I would need like a pretty heavy sensitivity reader overwork, and also that like it's just a story that's not mine to tell is essentially why I dropped this book. Because it is a story that deals with racial differences and like racial tension in like quite literally fantasy racism, and deals with like a very heavy working of some really complex and problematic things. And I just kind of decided after looking at it and going over it and like whatever, that before doing like a total rewrite of it, that I realized that this just isn't my story to tell. This isn't my place to talk about it. Like I'm not the person who needs to tell these stories, and so I just gave up on the book and dropped it and moved on to my next one. It was like a fun little like, all right, that was fun to try. Let's move on and write something else. Is kind of how that happened. It's hot when men shoot people. We'll love Jace. I gotta change the Mariner genre. First Travis almost dies, now Ollie wants guns. I like dangerous men. I like bad boys, like Sean Eastman. Jace I wouldn't quite call a bad boy, but he's definitely... he can be dangerous. Newsflash, Jace is one of my characters on a list that has killed. How many of my art fight characters have killed somebody? I'm without specifying who. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 13? I think. Between 5 and 6. And I won't specify. Wait. Hang on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six or seven. Between 5 and 7. Between 5 and 7 people on my 13 character list have killed somebody. 2 of them are complicated. But between 5 and 7. All except Mackenzie O'Callaghan. Only 2, possibly 4 to 5, if indirectly causing death counts. I'm talking direct death, not indirect. I'm talking direct death. I'm talking by my hand or weapon. Two of mine are easy because they almost don't count because 2 of them are D&D characters. So like, yes, my D&D characters have killed people. So like, obviously Faken and XR. But beyond them, there are several on that page that have killed people. And I think that's fun. Hey, Remy. He says, I have 2 OCs. That's not true. Maybe not Camille, but I'm pretty sure she has. I feel like Camille probably has, like, maybe not in, like, there's not, like, gruesome detail or anything, but, like, I feel like it's, the time has happened at least once. Circumstantially, I feel. I'm not saying they have to be, like, murderers, but, like, circumstantially, shit happens. This is just kind of where I'm gonna leave the skin for now, because I have no clue what I'm doing. Shading really pale skin makes me stressed. Because that just blurs it too much. Whatever, he's just gonna be fucking rainbow colored, I guess. Oh, that have killed. You have 2 OCs that have killed. I understand now. I did not understand originally. I know. Maisley's. Sorry, I'm like trying to read multiple things. And Maisley's and the others are very obvious. I wonder if Kiel has killed anyone. Let me ponder. Or Ackley's. Yeah, let me ponder. Methinks. I'm not sure I have a current OC that hasn't killed. I have some. Do you guys know Kieran killed someone? What a bad boy. He did 25 years of time. Avril, Ikoa, Velvet, and Georgia have all killed people. That's fun. Yeah. And I will admit, Embry is one of my complicated ones because I'm trying to think within, like, on-page stuff. I don't... Of on-screen shared writings, I don't think Embry has, but I think in plot writing, they have. Like, planned plot, but never written. So I'm not 100% sure what to answer for that one. I need these to, like, stand out better. I'm gonna do normal, and then I'm gonna That's not what I wanted. Copy and paste. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can like get this to do what I want. Why does sometimes my pencil just stop working? Like what's happening here? What's happening? Ah! I love when this app just stops working and just decides that it's done. Procreate pisses me off so much. I know it's cheap, but God. Spice up Mariner with a murder trial subplot? I don't know if that's what it needs. I don't know if that's the answer we're missing. I just want this to look like scars, but to also look shaded, and I don't like any of these results. I think that's kind of going to be the best result I can get. This is too dark now. Something like that. I don't know. It's kind of just like the vibe I'm looking for. That's the other thing, is now these are, you can see the spot. Okay. Let's just back all the way up. Let's just back all the way up. We can't back all the way up. That's okay. We're just gonna leave them as they are. And I'm just going to lock, and I'm gonna make some lighter and some darker little shadings is what I'm gonna do. Let's just work with that. Why is that now? Why does everything I do not do what I want it to do? What's going on here? I'm gonna have a stroke. I hate drawing scarring so much. You know, this is gonna have to be good. Stop giving me Rosie so many scars. Listen, it's just hard to show what these look like when everything is so fucking stupid looking. Because, like, obviously, these are, like, raised. So, like, I was gonna do, like, a little bit of, like, a darker shadow at the bottom. But it just looks goofy. I can't help the immense desire to constantly scar every character I have. This is just who I am. But I wanted his scars lighter than his skin, but I still want them to be obvious. And, like, I used to, like, with Xander's scars, like, do this. Where I do, like, make them, like, textured like that, but that's, like, too light. Or they'd look, like, textured like that. Yeah, whatever, okay. All OCs have to be traumatized. Yeah, this channel, I was watching the game on stopped coverage with 10 minutes left in the third period. I understand people who throw their remote through the wall now. Why would you do that? Yeah, I don't... Why? Why would you stop coverage? Anyways. I forgot I gotta shade his gun. During playoff hockey, please! Yeah, that feels kind of stupid, just on the channel's part. Ouch. Sorry, sitting crisscross applesauce has been really hard recently because the tattoo is everywhere that I need it to not be. Guys, I got tattooed. Guys, I got tattooed, and I can't sit crisscross applesauce because every time I try to, it's just my tattoo. I don't know how to show it to you because it's on my leg. I can send pictures later, but I can try to, like... Hang on. I can tell you who my most healthy OC is, but I'm gonna see if I can show my tattoo in this position. I'm gonna put my leg. We're gonna. I've been tattooed. I'm sorry, it's upside down. Wait, hang on. I can fix this. Wait, hang on. Wait, hang on. Hang on. I can do this. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Transform. Okay, so... Wait, how do I got tattooed! Wait, I'm trying to... Do I need to be lower? No, I need to be higher. How do I got tattooed! Ta-da! Oh, bad time to get ads! No! Xander, hold. I'm holding. I'm holding. When are we? Tell me when we're back from ads, and then I'll show you my leg one more time. Hang on. I'm just gonna... We're back? We're back? Yeah. I got tattooed. See? It's a mermaid, can you tell? It's really hard to figure out where to be. Tattoo! I'm gonna fall off my chair. Okay. How do I undo this? Transform. There we go. Also, yes, it's crisscross applesauce, or it's Indian style is how we used to say crisscross applesauce in the US. What do you guys call it? Because I'm genuinely always looking for another thing to say, because crisscross applesauce sounds childish and Indian style is insensitive. What the fuck do you call it? Sitting cross-legged? Because that means crossing your legs in my head. No, because cross-legged is when you do like this. Like if I'm like... If I... Hang on, I need you to see my legs. When I say I'm sitting cross-legged, I'm either sitting like this or I'm sitting like this. This is cross-legged. I'm talking sitting like... Well, okay, so technically this is crisscross applesauce, but I don't sit this way. I sit what used to be called half Indian, which is this. Because this also isn't... So, just to clarify, when I grew up, this was sitting crisscross applesauce. This was sitting half Indian, and this was sitting full Indian. That's like those are that's what those were called. So like this is sitting cross-legged to me. Do we understand why I don't call it that? So I'm looking for other words. I guess, yeah, crossing your legs and sitting cross-legged are different. That's true. Full avenue and full... Yeah, that is literally what we used to call them. Because you would sit, like, when you would tell people to, like, sit properly, when we were, like, sitting on the carpet at school, you weren't allowed to just sit on the carpet however you want. You had to sit crisscross. Like, you had to fold your legs in. And I know it is just crisscross. Like, that's what I write. I'm not actually saying crisscross applesauce usually. But, like, that is, like, the full thing. Folded legs? Yeah, maybe. But then I'm thinking you're, like, kneeling. Like, you're folded. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm sure there's universal ways. Everybody kind of understands what you're saying, but... Jace doesn't look like Jace if he's not freckled. Unironically. Like, this man? Who is this smooth-skinned man? I don't know him. Freckles? There is Jace. I say cross-legged in writing, though admittedly none of my OCs sit cross-legged, either they're lanky or too tall or mermaids. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I've ever written a character sitting cross-legged. I'm gonna go with cross-legged for today. Because I feel like that is what I say in writing. Like, if I'm writing it, it'd be sitting cross-legged. Or crossing my legs over each other. I'd be like, I sit on the floor, like, folding my legs over each other, or crossing my legs under each other. Like, something like that. Or tucking my legs under me. But that would be, like, kneeling. I am incredibly warm right now. What's the temp outside? 63. I'm gonna crack a window. As long as it's not raining. Hello, was it raining? Cool. So I'm one arm down and not so sure about XR. She's mid. Okay. Hey, that's not hatred yet. One arm down in an hour isn't awful. It really could be worse. Well, it's been an hour and 12 minutes since I went live. Never mind, fuck this bit. Right, okay. Right. Right. I shouldn't have said anything. Shouldn't have spoke. That's my bad. All of these are bad colors. I just want a color to shade with. I didn't start her on when you started the stream. Oh, okay. Then, well, listen, man, I don't know. I'm just saying. 30 minutes since you messaged about it. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. It's not but an hour. Listen, I'm not scrolling back to check when you sent your message. Thank you, Reese. Sorry, Ollie. I'm struggling to keep up with stream today, so I'm kind of all over. You had asked what everyone's healthiest OC is. Honestly, healthiest. Maybe Sawyer, maybe Genesis. I feel like Genesis might be the answer. It's either Sawyer or Genesis. Genesis is so like unbothered queen. Like Genesis has a couple like small like things that bother her because she's a human, but like genuinely she's like the most unbothered. Also, like depending on what stage of life you're asking about, my healthiest OC is Fayakin. Like Fayakin is the one that like by the like end stages of his life is by and far not only like the most mentally stable, but like the most like mentally and emotionally stable and healthy, spiritually stable and healthy. He's had like, he lives a long and healthy life. He literally dies of old age. Like he dies happy and experienced. He leaves behind a legacy. He lives behind people who love him. Like he dies surrounded by the people who he's loved by. Like he had like a couple of tumultuous years, and other than that has like an incredibly healthy life. I think Fayakin might be one of my healthiest OCs of all time. Who is your unhealthiest OC? Kane, unfortunately. Kane, admittedly, Kane or Xander. The answer might be Xander. Xander might be my unhealthiest OC, followed up by Kane. Based off of what happens in the story, Xander definitely goes the furthest off the deep end. Like, no, like, Xander doesn't have any, like, drug addictions that Kane has, and Xander doesn't start a sex work like Kane does, but Xander does have everything that we covered in the beginning of Stream 5. And also all the things that happened in the pit. And also the whole carving runes into himself and accidentally killing himself trying to bring a friend back from the dead era. That does happen. And then there's the entire beginning of Stream 5. But now he's certainly happy and in love and literally nothing's wrong. So, I mean, clearly. He's so happy. There's nothing wrong literally at all. Myra would also be on the list for my healthiest OCs. Like, she's got a couple of little problems. Myra's got a couple little issues here and there. But Myra might be a contender for most healthy. I think Myra and Sawyer are on equal standing grounds. Unhealthiest, I'm not gonna lie, might be Luncheon. Really? Unhealthiest? Is Lanshen? Over Akil? Akil gets fine. Over Ackley's? Lanshen? There's a lot more going on than I don't know then, because that feels like a major issue. Ackley's gets fine too. I guess. But yeah. But also, we don't know how Lanshen gets yet. He might be fine. Unless you've already planned that he does in fact get murdered and die to somebody's hands. Not a prophesized death or anything. You wouldn't do that to us, right, DM? Ollie, did you answer? You said Olive is my healthiest OC, for sure, for sure. Did you answer, like, your actual, like, votes for your healthiest and unhealthiest OCs? I'm having trouble keeping up with chat today, so I which is funny, because it's not like there's a lot more texting than there normally is. I'm just having trouble holding a conversation with myself. My healthiest Penelope? No, that's fair, actually. That one, that I can see for sure. That's why I'm saying he's unhealthiest. I can't definitively say he will get better. It's a D&D campaign. He could die. That's true. She's literally fine in every way. Yeah, Penelope really doesn't have a lot of bad going for her, does she? Like, she's just kind of chilling. Like, she's all right. Might have some family chaos, but, like, other than that, like, the familial problems are really her only, like, the chaos comes in. She's also maybe the healthiest physically, too. I don't know how she got the least childhood trauma. She was simply so sheltered. I think that's part of it, yeah. Is the family took care of her. Like, she kind of wasn't involved in the drama, was kind of shielded from it. Ooh. Okay, we got hair going. Flyers win. Huge. My healthiest physically is probably Othello. I think Othello is probably my healthiest physical character. Like, he's got, like, no major injuries, no major scars, like, no major illnesses. He's well-fed, like, incredibly well-fed and well-worked out. Like, taking care of his body is, like, important to him. She's an example of a person who was very, very, very anxious and overly dependent as a kid, but because her parents supported her so closely and gave her every accommodation she needed, she's now extremely independent and likes to have complete control over her own life. Yeah. Also Sean Isaac Eastman. Yeah, I feel like she's such an example of somebody who turned out right. Like, had every opportunity to turn out poorly, but turned out right because of the dynamic she lived in. One might say she was coddled by Kieran specifically, but it was honestly what she needed to gain that confidence and independence, and she's so chill now. I love her. I'm glad she turned out well. I feel like there's something to say about the OCs that you managed to have like turn out well despite like what could have how they could have turned out, but they didn't. Like that she could have been really coddled and ended up really sheltered and didn't know how to take care of herself, but she didn't end up that way. And she could have just been like really anxious forever and wasn't supported and ended up like really having like very different problems, but she didn't. And like that says something not only about her as a character, which is really fun, but also like because you also have parent OCs, it says something about the parents who raised her and like what they were able to provide and how that like managed to shape her as a character. Sawyer could have turned out a lot worse than he is, but he is one of my healthiest people because he has really, really great parents who are really, really supportive of them, like supportive of him. And I feel like he could have ended up in a much different lifestyle and with a much different like opinion on the world, especially because he did grow up very, very strictly religious. He could have turned out a complete douche. It is a very good thing Sam was her grandfather and not her father. But that's also like how those people are created, is like you create the kid who has the ability to create the kid who you can parent, but your parent couldn't have parented. Like what a good chain of ways to become. Okay, there we go. A little bit of clothing going on here. I am getting Jace done today. I've determined it. I don't know what I'm going to do for background for Jace. That is part of it. Everybody's got a background. Azazel got like the flowers and the suns, and Zadkiel got the sunlight, and Myra got the flower fields, and Azazel got the... I already said Azazel. I meant Kane got like trippy psychedelic stuff. Brianna got the pool. Genesis got like the pink and purple with like little details. Xander got like location based stuff. I need to figure out. Jace, I always feel like concrete or like brick is like the way to do. Giant gun is not the answer. Nope, more gun. Nope, more gun is not the answer. Embry got the forest already. Like I did. Like I don't know if you saw this on. When I finished Embry's. This is Embry's. So Embry kind of has like the dark forest background, which I thought was really fun. But yeah, I feel like Jace is supposed to be like industrial, concrete or brick or cell walls isn't a bad idea. Or even like cell bars might not be an awful idea. Subway Surfers is a bad idea, but thank you for your submission. Small gun. No, we're not gonna go with. So far, Ollie is giving me some really, really great ideas, and everybody else is participating. Podcast. I don't even know how that would work. Truly, the good ideas have ended. Subway with gun. No. Subway is almost industrial. I feel like you're almost there with good ideas. You're like on the brink. Young Sheldon clips. Nope, we're getting further. We're getting further away from what we're looking for. Young Sheldon clips is for once not the answer. You know, often Young Sheldon clips are the answer, and today they are not. Really a shame. Slime ASMR. No, Jace is just like Sheldon when you think about it. Is he? Like the indoor training area from the Hunger Games. Spy lasers. A crime scene, just the whole crime scene. Depressed Bart Simpson gif. A really comical body outline spray paint job. Bowling alley carpet. No, not quite. We're having, you know what, this is a really powerful brainstorming event though. You guys are really, you know, putting the best of your minds together and showing me what you guys can come up when you work together. And the results are really disappointing, but I'm proud of you for putting the work in, you know? It's really important to stretch those creative muscles. It's really great practice. Practice is definitely the word, considering we do need significantly more of it, but loving's the commitment to the practice here. Hello. Yes. You got my attention. Rainbow. Right, because he's gay. So Jace isn't gay. He's bi, but close enough. Which is gay, but he's not a gay man. He's bi, but close enough. A police chase, a butt. Just the background, a zoomed in butt. 2 whole packages of Twizzlers. The epic highs and lows of high school football. That one's funny. I don't know why. Something about that one finally tickled me. You got me. That's funny. Just because it's so far from something we are physically capable of depicting. I'm at work, I can't laugh, I'm tearing up. And now I'm picturing Reese at the phone, trying so, like, a hand over the mouth, like, the epic highs and lows of high school football, like, tears rolling down her face. Are you just reading Cards Against Humanity problems? What is this answer? God. I wish people understood how funny Riverdale actually is outside that one line. I would not have in any circumstances known that was a Riverdale reference, not even a little bit. I know nothing about Riverdale, not the first thing. Oh my god. It is the most quoted line from Riverdale. I've not known a word. I don't know a word from Riverdale. Along with I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. Not a thing. Truly not a thing. Reese, I'm gonna open your Snapchat. Is it okay if I show it on stream? Whatever it is. I don't know what it'll be. Beautiful. Oh. Tears rolling down your cheeks, trying to hold it together. God, that's funny. My coworker thinks I'm crazy. You might be. So what's the background of this supposed to be? Riverdale? Was that the final answer? Screams. Yeah, I told you, just talk to Tyrio. She was gonna work on the codes. I don't have access like she does. Tyrio's got a lot more access to people in this world than I do. My drug dealing queen. Yeah, Zell better follow me on ToyHouse. Tyrio, I have to go to follow you back really quickly. I don't know how to follow you though. Oh, do I subscribe to you? Cool. I'm subscribing to you. Cool. Chowing down on my half a package of twists. Okay. We're almost through here. We need the towel and the gun. And then I'm gonna feel good about this, and then I gotta work on the background. Can't go back. Wait, hang on. Start this song over. I like this song. This is the Polka King of the Midwest. I love this song. Bump this shit. You guys like the Polka King of the Midwest? This song bumps. It's too bad we can't go back. Inside on the phone. That some growing pains are never quite outgrown. Bad we can't go back to being new friends, to being new faces. I'm paranoid. That song just kind of like that song kind of fucks, man. So I had to bump that a little bit. And now I love my vaguely fruity plastic chords. Perfect. Truly ideal. I wish I could just... There we go. There we go. That's kind of what a gun looks like. I have no clue what a gun likes. Ouch, 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 ouch. I keep sticking my tattoo to myself. Do you see me? Hey, yay, Reese and Ollie have followed me. I will subscribe to you. Subscribe. And Ollie. Subscribe. Cool. Now we can all play together. Heading to bed now. Or good day, good time zone. Good time zone to you, friend. I'm just about done with this. This is my goal for today. I'm fighting off that feeling I get sometimes, and it's not too bad today because like it's not a big deal. But I've got that feeling again where it's like I just started my toy house today. I haven't finished it. But I don't often have a whole lot of time in my day. So I was working on it a little bit at work, but like I've got limitations on how often I can work on something. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to show everybody my finished toy house. And now it's like, oh god, I jumped the gun a little early. I showed everybody before I was ready to actually like show it off. And now not only is it not done and I can't like be like, oh my god, guys, look at this cool thing. But also everybody else is getting one too. So now it's like I'm excited because I'm like, oh my god, actually like I can see all my friends' stuff and we can share things. And that is exciting and fun. And also it's like, well, now everybody's going to get on and have more time than I do. So everybody else is going to have like finished like toy houses to show off before I have anything even on mine. I'm just like, ah. But that's one of those emotions that doesn't really matter. I'm just like expressing out loud. It's like, oh yeah, this is one of those times where I'm having an emotion that I don't like, so I'm just fighting it off. It's always like I'm like, I can't wait to show everybody this thing, and then everybody finishes it before I do. That I'm like, ah, man. It's such a thing like left over from my childhood. If you don't do it first and do it best, there's no reason to do it at all. Why am I cooking on the backstory of this evil child? Wild. I've had a toy house for so long I don't have anything on it. You're the one who's giving me the final push to make my toy house, and I have way too many OCs for this shit. Or for this site, yeah. Don't worry, I've never finished a single thing. I'm not a threat. You're not. I mean, the thing is, even if you finish your entire thing tonight, it's not. You're not a threat. That's what I'm trying to train into my mind. Is like you could get ToyHouse tonight and like finish it literally tonight, and that is still not a threat to me. That is not a threat. My body is not in danger. My mind is not in danger. I'm trying so hard to get over that. If you can't do it first or do it best, there's no reason to do it at all. That mindset is so unhealthy. It's so bad. But it's just like I have to fight it off so hard, especially because in the friend group that I'm in, there are always people in the friend group who either have more time than me, more skill than me, or more drive than me. And that those things are always going to be true. And therefore, I'm not going to be the person who gets something done or the best or first. Like, and that just has to be okay. Like, that has to be okay with me. It is good to learn that that's okay. And that I can still do things, even if I'm not the first or the best. This is therapy. I need to get over this. It is such a bad, toxic mindset to have. It's bad for me. It is bad for my friends. Like, there's no one. What'd you say? I keep looking at the scar on his side. It's so good. This little guy down there? Is that the one you're talking about? I love all of his little scars. Yeah, he's got the little one that's down there. He's got his usual back, like the whip scars on the back. It just works so well. Thank you. I have the exit wound in the back and then the entrance wound for the bullet. I'm glad it works well with the shading. Thanks, Reese. But yeah, this is my guy. I didn't usually draw Jace with the bullet wound. I have to leave because, okay. I have 26 sheets of Shakespeare. I haven't read one. I'll go read, my friend. I'm sorry I kept you. I didn't usually draw Jace with a bullet hole injury because it was supposed to be like when we released the book, like that's something we learn. But it doesn't really matter all that much. So now I'm like, yeah, it's part of his design. It's some really heavy shadow on these guys. Okay. This ear does not look right. Is that ear just too big in general? That looks a little bit better. I have the hardest life ever. I'm sorry, Ollie. My group decided to meet at 9:15 to go over the presentation for tomorrow, and obviously I'm at work, but they keep texting me like, oh, do you want to present this part? Fucking no, I don't want to present a third of the project. Good lord. Your group pisses me off and I'm not even in it. They've truly and honestly have just pissed me off. They're pissing me off and I have nothing to do with these dudes. I mean, I guess I can put the little highlight right there. Okay. That's Jace shading. Now we just gotta put a background on this fucker. Let's see how we're gonna do this. All right. Okay. So, we're gonna do... How are we gonna do this? Godspeed might be after work if you're still live. I don't know how long I'll be live today. We'll see. I'm not having any problems with today so far. Like, I feel good today. But I do still work tomorrow, so I'm gonna do my best. I forgot I need water to live. Well, why don't we all have some water? Good shit. All right. No, Remy, you still need water when you're twizzling it up. Hey, Remy, how about you try this? You know how Twizzlers, like if they're real Twizzlers, they have that hole down the center? You ever used a Twizzler as a straw? Cup of water, Twizzler. Perfect. Go get yourself a cup of water. You're a genius? I know. How else are you gonna have your cup of water today? Obviously through the straw of a Twizzler. Duh. All right. Obviously. That's not cursed. That's life hacks. You, Aura, of all people, can't call drinking water out of a Twizzler cursed. That's like the least cursed thing I could imagine you doing. Twizzling so hard I'm hydrated too. There you go. I've never even eaten a Twizzler. You're not missing a whole lot, but I used to eat them a lot on car rides. trying to think of like, how do I want to do this? Because I could just do this. Man, I'm slowly getting more and more vertical. I need to get it down over here. And I think maybe I'd like we'll do that. Make the wall look angled. I kind of like just like this, and then I was thinking of doing like whoa, what is this brush? Hello. What in the rotten brush is this? Hello. Well, this is a fun little brush. Well, I'll be fucking around with that later. Look at this shit. This looks like Arctic. Like, I can make any art look like it was done by Arctic. Wait, hang on. Does this work if I just, like, do it right over Jace? You're just like... Oh. Do I have to do it, like, on the layer? Bro, it's Arctic's art. Arctic? Rotten's art. What if I, hear me out. Ooh, undo. If I, like, do this. Hang on. And then I just, like... Bro, it's Rotten's art. I figured out how Rotten does art. Ooh, that saturation's actually really fucking fun. Whoa. I might actually leave that. Anyways. Hey, I don't remember drawing this. Deep fried ass brush. I found you. I cracked your fucking code, brother. Anyways, I was just looking for like a light-based brush. Like if I just like... Okay, I'm gonna need something normal, a little bit more normal. trying to think about how to do like jail cell, like jail cell lighting. Do you know what I mean? Like where there's like bars and then the light is coming through the bars. I'm trying to think of how to do that. Maybe what I have to do is okay, hang on. Okay, let's try something else. We're gonna try a couple different things here. Okay, we're gonna try something else here. Hang on. Okay, so what if, right? Floor. Right? Floor. Maybe like floor there. Okay. You hearing me out? Okay, and then we're gonna do bricks using, was it Kindred that we'd used? Smaller. And maybe we even, like that, right? And we do bricks like this until here. Do you kind of see what I'm kind of see the thought process here? Maybe not, but we'll get there. Just come with me here. I'm thinking. Okay, I need a square brush that I can turn, apparently. Or I guess I could just... And then... Yeah, that works for me. Okay. And then my thought process is... Right, to do like here... Like that. Right? Like this. Fill this in with like the bright, like yellow fun colors. And then we'll do like the bars, right? Right? You with me? And then we add like color. Something like that, you know? You with me? And like this, we'll add like we'd do just a little bit of a blur. And then this, we would do like a real blur on it. And then we would do, say, like a multiply layer. Get some purple shading in here. Where's that weird ass brush? Yeah, fuck it. Shade with this thing. That one's too crazy. It doesn't blend like I want it to. It's cringe. How about this? Actually, I probably want like a red tone. How about that? What do we think? What do we think? I think that's kind of what we're looking for. Ooh, God. Okay. I think that's what we're looking for. And then I like to duplicate and then flatten a group. Lock that shit. And then quick black paint. Usually just scoot it down over just a little bit. Just kind of helps it pop just a little bit. And I think that's Chase. What do we think? I refuse to listen to hear you, even if it's good. Okay, listen. Now you tilt the bricks. What do we think? Is this what we were looking for? With some quick comparisons between our not our very first, but last year's Jace reference, which was fine, but not what we wanted, versus this year's reference, which little bit of an upgrade, and yet it's still our boy. There he is. We've had some serious improvement on art and shading and just like general understanding of him, which is really good. It's really fun. I've had a lot of fun with this. All right. That is it. That is all 13 of this year's Art Fight OCs. It only took me just under 4 months. I think we started in January. When was Kane's was my first, actually. We might have started. I don't know when we started. Canvas information. This was in... Oh my God, I started this in August. Whoops. How long after Kane's did I do Azazel's? Because I think I did Kane's and then Azazel's. Did I do Kane's and then Sawyer's? Canvas information. See, but this one I created in March. What? What? January. Okay, so I did Canes and then I took a gap. So I've been doing them consistently since I started Azazel back in March, it seems. But either way, I've had a lot of fun with it. So it's been about four plus months, but about 4 months of work. But they're here. Only thing we gotta do now is get Jason Embry in here, and I'm still feeling good right now, so I'm gonna try to power through the end of this and get Embry and Jace drawn on to the America's Next Top Model couch, because that's kind of what this is, and then I can start making TikToks about it, because that was my goal, was to be able to, like, one by one add our characters into the couch, which I think is really, really cool. This has been a fun little adventure, so let's get these two on the couch, and then we've done it, and our art fight prep will have been almost done. At least our references will be done. Next steps are finishing updating everybody's bios, and then obviously now creating my toy house, which I'm not going to do totally on stream, but I'm not going to do on stream at all. I think it just takes too much work. I've also considered going back to Azazel's old drawings and updating his tattoos to the newest ones. I don't think I'll do that because I value my sanity at least a little bit. But yeah, what fun, eh? What fun. This is crazy. Yeah, this is just gonna be nuts. I can't imagine working on the toy house for Xander, for all of the drawings that have been done of Xander. I'm just gonna be combing furiously through the Discord. If you guys have, you know what? I don't want to say like send me your favorite art you've done, because then it'll have been sent twice, and I'm considering maybe doing Xander stuff on stream. We'll see. We're at ads. Hey, all of you who can hear me right now. You're not watching an ad right now, which means you love me more than the average person does. And for that, I want you to know I'm thankful. And I think you are marginally a better person than the rest of the people who are here. And I think that's important for you to know. Right. Take these and scoot them on up. Actually, no, you can go in here. All right. Luckily, some of these, I think the drawings were good enough that I don't need to redraw them. Embry is one of those. You just get the line art that you already have. Because I really don't think it's all that different from the others. It's a little bit thicker, so I might thin it out a little bit, but other than that. Wow, is this what I always missed with ads? It is. I'm always just complimenting them and telling them that they're better than you. And just remember, when you are no longer subscribed and are back to an ad watcher, I no longer think you're important or relevant to me as a person. I only appreciate those of you who spend to use your money to better my life. Everyone else can kick rocks. I'm really nervous about the idea of putting those that fear us out on the internet. Because, like, the book has not ever seen the light of day. And, like, I know, like, obviously to some degree, like, you guys are my fan base. Like, so, like, I could put out, I'm gonna be honest, I could put out some absolute shit and you guys would probably like and enjoy it. Because you like my stories and you like my characters. So I could put out some pretty dog shit writing and you guys would be like, this is so good. Like, I'm not crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous that people are gonna be like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just bad. Maybe it's just I'm just in my head about it. I know it's not really, like, it's not gonna end up like that. Sorry, I'm getting my color references for Embry and Jace real quick. But I'd like, I don't know. For the people who are here hanging out on stream, because you guys are my people who actually hang around late. If I start releasing those that fear us on AO3, are you actually interested in reading it? And if you are, I'm thinking of releasing it slowly, like putting it out like a chapter at a time, not like super slowly, but like maybe like a chapter once a week. Like, I'm thinking like is that like a reasonable, because I'm not gonna have the time to like edit the entire thing, and that's not the point. I don't want to like make that my focus, but that gives me time to like read over it and at least like fix the spelling mistakes. I mean, it was written during NaNoWriMo, but also like I did a rewrite of it, so I'd be releasing the rewrite for the first chunk of the book, but then the second half of the book isn't rewritten, so it'd be the original copy of it, like the unedited original copy. And I just don't know. I don't know, man. Trying to decide if that's like, I don't know. I'm torn about a lot of things and like how to like present it and how to properly put like a foreword like at the front to be like, hey, like, just so you know, I wrote this book during NaNoWriMo, like I don't have any intentions of publishing it, like I understand that it's not super well written, like just be kind and patient with me, and like I just want to put it out there for the people who want to read it and then just like move on. Like, but then I'm already like kneecapping myself from like, this book isn't very good, like, and that's not what I want to do, because the point isn't me being like, oh, this book no good. Like the point for me is like, I don't want people to think that like this is the quality of my writing, because my writing is so much better nowadays. And like I want, like, when I put out a published book, like I want people to judge it by that and not by the older stuff that I published. I don't know, man. I'm probably thinking about it way more than I need to. Like, the reality is it's probably not this big of a deal. It really truly probably does not matter. Ollie. Hello, Ollie. Thank you for the gifted sub to Rotten. Bro, the favorite child just got a gift. Why is the favorite child getting gifted? I love that. I love me jumping because it's a sound I hear so rarely. Xander's soft begging for subs, joking. All right. I'll judge you on only the worst things you've ever done. Perfect. I just died. Thank you, Ollie. Oh. Ollie's so loving. So generous. I'm not soft begging for subs. It's me thinking again about how much streaming has changed. And also me thinking about like how much it matters to me, if it matters or not. And that answer swings wildly from like yes to no. To like, if I'm, why am I doing it, to I'm because I want to do I really want to really, who knows, man. The answer changes almost daily at this point, so Depends on what day you catch me is my answer. And these are dark brown. Beautiful. Everyone drop their worst writing on AO3 right now. That's such a great idea. Rotten said, don't test me. What would be my worst writing? I think it would be the original Soul Stealers. I think if you're like, post your worst writing right now, it would be like the original screenplay written on a piece of paper, Soul Stealers. That would be my worst writing. Google Docs, I have no idea. Like, my worst writing on Google Docs would probably be what the fuck was it called? The book I did with my friend. It's the one with the two wolves. Until It's Gone. I'm gonna read you. Hang on. Let me pause this. I'm reading you just an excerpt of Until It's Gone. This is how the book starts. I don't know if I've done this on stream before. I might have, but I'm just doing this for fun. Until It's Gone is a book I wrote with my best friend in middle school. What was gas? What do you mean? Yeah, no, it's something. I've read chunks of it to a couple of my friends. It is really something. Here is how the book starts. It's called Until It's Gone. Chapter 1. Actually, is Tyrio here? Tyrio would absolutely fuck with this. I don't know if Tyrio's heard this before. If she has, she understands. But if not, I want her to hear it. She's here? All right. This is how Until It's Gone opens. I'm fleeing through the forest, the cold night wind blowing through my black fur. My paws are thudding against the hard ground. I reach the top of a hill and throw back my slender head. A long, beautiful howl escapes from my throat. A huge shadow covers the moon as a cold wind causes me to shiver. I look around frantically as snicks begin to snap, signaling the approach of a large creature. I scream. There's a little line break, and also the font changes, just so you know. Visually, the font changes from... Is it Trebuchet to Architect's Daughter, just for reference. I jolt up in bed screaming. I quickly stop and cover my mouth. Shakily, I get up and go to my window, opening it. The cold night air feels good as I take deep breaths to steady myself. My mother rushes in and quickly comes over by me. "Oh, honey," she cries. "You're shaking. Are you all right?" She hugs me in an attempt to calm me down. "Mom, you're so annoying. I'm fine. Leave me alone." She drops her arms and her worries and walks to the door. "Well, if you're all right, sleep better, okay?" I nod, annoyed, and she leaves, closing the door. My mom can be so annoying. She treats me like a baby when I'm already 15. She's always hugging me in front of everyone and talks to me like I'm 2 years old and stupid. Sometimes I just can't stand her. I stare out of my window again at the lake. My room has a perfect view. My family owns a lake house, so my room has an amazing view of great... So... I didn't remember this. I have to remind you, this was not written by me. This is written by my best friend. We would trade off paragraphs, and my friend wrote this paragraph. I know that for a fact. My family owns a lake house. So my room has an amazing view of Great Slave Lake and the moon. The bad part was the air around me always smells like fish. I'm used to it by now, but I still hate it. I push the window open all the way and slide out onto our roof. I walk to the edge and gently jump down, just off the roof. I walk down to the shore and find over to my secret hideout. It's a small cave with an entrance hidden behind bushes. I found it by falling into the bushes. I've always been clumsy, in parentheses. In the summer, the bushes were covered in roses and thorns. Once inside, there's a small pond fed by a tiny stream of water coming from the lake. In the ceiling of the cave is a small hole which moonlight spills through perfectly onto the pond. In the pond, there are 2 fish, one black, one white, swimming together in a never-ending circle that I've named one I named Yin and the other Yang. I sat down with my back up against the wall and watched them swim in perfect unity. That is how the book starts. Like, I just... That is the opening to the beach. Or to the story. Justice for the mom? No, genuinely, she's so mean. Like, it is crazy. Good God. I love being in middle school and picking random fonts, genuinely. Yeah, I'm gonna read you the next part just because I can see some descriptive, by the way. I must have fallen asleep watching Yin and Yang because when I open my eyes, sunlight shines through the hole. It's Friday now, but it's summer vacation, so it doesn't matter. I get up, say goodbye to the fish, and leave the cave. As I walk back to the house, I notice a squad car in front. Oh no, I mutter to myself. I walk in the front door to see Mom and Dad sitting at the table with an officer. Mom is in tears, explaining how I had disappeared. Hi, I'm home. Mom jumps up and runs over to me, embracing me in a killer bear hug. My dad gets up and shakes hands with the officer as he leaves. Just fucking leaves. He just walks away. Ma, chill, I'm fine. Get off. I just went for a walk. Honey, you scared us. Don't ever walk out on us again. My mom scolds me. I hate her so much. She was way overprotective. It's completely stupid. I roll my eyes. You know what, Katira? Ugh, what, Mom? You're grounded. No friends, no beach, no TV, nothing. You stay in your room for a month. What? Mom, that's so stupid. I hate you. Okay, 2 months. Up to your room now. No. I'm sick of you telling me what to do. I turn, running out of the house, ignoring my mom calling after me. I run to the other side of the house, away from the lake. I hit a trail and keep running until I enter the forest. I collapse under a tree, gasping for breath. I'm tired, but I'm not going back. No way. I hate my parents. I hate my life. I'm never going home. I can live here now. I hadn't noticed the sky darkening. A clap of thunder split open the sky and cold rain began to pour down. It's rare for it to rain here in northern Canada. What do you mean? I shiver, already cold and newly soaked, but none of it matters. I'm not going back. Not now, not ever. But I can't just live under a tree. Reluctantly, I get up and start walking. The downpour, along with the dense fog, put visibility at a 0. Why doesn't anything ever go my way? Soaked and freezing, I begin running. I trip on a rock, sending me sliding down a hill and through a large bush. I look up, realizing I'm not getting rained on anymore. I'm in a huge hidden cavern, a second cave hidden by a bush again. It is lit by fires placed along the walls. It looks like no one had been here in years, besides the freshly burning fires. How cavernous is this city in Canada? I'm going. I'm with you. My clumsiness had landed me in yet another amazing spot. Finally, something good. I walk over to the edge of a large lagoon in the cavern. This is the second cave with a lake in it, mind you. It steams slightly, and I realize it's a hot spring. I happily strip off my shirt, shoes, socks, and sweatpants, and I am left in a tank top and jean shorts. I always wear jean shorts under my pants, comma, I'm not sure why. Okay. I dive into the water, come up to the surface, and sigh. The warmth seeps through my body, warming me. I float around for a while, finally get out and lean against a wall. That's the whole swimming. I look up to see the clouds have parted. I don't know what you're looking up. You're in a cavern. I look up to see the clouds have parted, and I could see the full moon perfectly through a hole in the ceiling. Second cave with a lake in the middle and a hole in the ceiling. Just clarifying. Just clarifying. I think one of the worst details I've ever written in a story is when the main character was on a plane from New York to California. The plane ride was stated to be 43 hours. Sorry. I could see the full moon perfectly through a hole in the ceiling. I feel myself being pulled to the moon. I want to stare at it forever. I shake my head, wrenching my eyes away. I close my eyes in exhaustion. How had I run all day? It seems impossible. I close my eyes, wanting my soft bed, heat, pillows, or anything of comfort. Except for this giant hot spring I'm next to, but whatever. Instead, I fall asleep to nightmares of being killed in my sleep. I've one last paragraph, okay? I awake in a funny position. I get up. Something feels wrong.
Woof woof. ARF ARF. Bark bark. 3 to 3 colon 3 to 3 colon 3.
Perfect. I get up. Something feels wrong. I'm too long, and am unable to stand upright. I dash over to the water and look in my reflection. I scream, or rather, I yip. I'm not staring at myself. I see a sleek black wolf, the same one I had dreamt of. No, this can't be real. I'm still sleeping. It has to be a dream. None of those are words. That's just narrative. I panic, clawing at myself, trying to wake up. Finally, I sit down, panting, realizing this was real. ... I'm a wolf. This can't be happening. After regaining my nerves, I get up and walk out. I walk around exploring where I am. A rabbit dashes past me, and when my stomach roars in anger, my instincts kick in. I chase the rabbit and pounce, snapping its neck. I rip into the flesh and quickly devour all but the scraps. Now that it's gone, I realize what I've done. Suddenly, in present tense, I turn away, about to be sick. I back away slowly, disgusted with myself. What have I done? I dig a small hole and quickly bury the remains. I don't know what fucking remains, but I bury them. I walk away, exploring again. I feel different in this form, stronger, more powerful, but it's still weird being like this. I walk up to a tree and slash at it with my newfound strength. I tear the bark off easily. Staring at the claw marks, I feel anger well up within me. If my mom wasn't so stupid, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be alone. I would still be human. I growl and slash at the tree. This is all your fault, I roar, tearing at the tree bark. I will never love you. Never. That's not the first chapter. That's just the first chunk. I'm sorry, I just read the next sentence. I'm reading you this last. I promise I'll be done after this. I have one last thing, because I just read the next sentence. As night fell, I wander the forest alone, my head hanging low. As I walk, I think of my past life, my friends, my family, parentheses, except my mom. My home. I miss it all. I miss how I used to hang out with my one good friend, Jessie. We've known each other since we were 9, but her, yin and yang, my bedroom view, it's all gone now. This is my new life and I'll have to get used to it. Girl, it's been like maybe an hour. Although even if I adapt to it, I will never enjoy this. This isn't a life. Alone, no heat, no electricity. I'm just glad I have fur. I look down at myself and realize my fur is matted with mud. I walk over to a small hole in a hill and I lay down for the night. I remember how wolves clean themselves and begin to lick my fur. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. After I am clean, I close my eyes, my head in my paws, and fall asleep. This is, this is just... Yeah, bro was a dog for an hour and just ate a rabbit. Papa me want more movie. I can keep going. That's page 3. I've read you 3 pages out of 13 that have been written onto Google Docs. The rest is in a notebook right there. It is the length of one entire notebook, front to back, and half of a second notebook. Redeemed Dare, read the whole thing. That's 13 pages. Do we want to keep going? I'd have to switch to just chatting. We're only 3 pages in. It is 13 pages long. How about I get you through chapter 1? We'll get you through chapter 1. That's a couple more pages. It really starts getting good here. All right, fuck it. Hang on. Let me switch to just chatting. I will permit you chapter 1. Here, I'll switch to reading. Is there a thing for reading? A reading simulator? Reading fun? Yeah, sure. We'll just go under reading. Or should I put it as writing? Is there a writing category? Writing and reading. Perfect. There we go. All right. I continue. I jump awake at the sound of a stick breaking. It's late at night, the time when other packs move. Since I'm a lone wolf now, I have to be careful at night. She's so immediately into this. I crouch in the shadows, hiding as a bright red wolf walks into my sight. He looks alone, but he's probably an outlook for his pack. He growls and pounces. I flinch, thinking he spotted me, but he pulls a rabbit out of the bush. Without thinking properly, I start to step out towards the rabbit, my stomach rumbling. Girl, you just had a rabbit an hour ago. He spots me and growls in a low, deep growl. I ignore him and grab at the rabbit that is actively hanging from his mouth, by the way. He snarls and pounces on me, the both of us tumbling down a small hill, because those are everywhere. He ends up on top, pinning me down. He had dropped the rabbit in the fall. Why are we such a girl dinner? Yeah. Sorry, dropping the rabbit in the fall. Who do you think you are, trying to steal my food? He yells at me. When I just stare at him, he snarls again. Answer me. Chill out. I wiggle out from under him and he lets me up. I'm just as hungry as you are. I turn, walking away, disappointed. Wait. I stopped walking. I'm Nome, he said. Katira. I begin to walk away again when he walks up to me. Well, it's nice to meet you, Katira. I stop again and sigh. Okay, you tackle me down a hill and now we're BFFs? I ask, irritated. Wow, she's a bitch. Yeah, these are not Canadian names, my god. Well, God, sorry to annoy you. He turns, grabbing the rabbit and walking away. Was I really about to let the only other wolf I've met just walk away? Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm just starving, tired, and way confused. He rips off a small chunk of the rabbit and tosses it to me. I happily eat it and sit down. So, Katira, right? Yeah, spelt Y-A, by the way. Well, what are you doing out here all alone? My pack would have eaten you for breakfast. He laughs and swallows his last bite. You're out here all alone too, I point out, still working on the last half of my rabbit. I'm stronger than you, he smiles. You're changing the subject. Well, it's a long story. Don't trust me? I look at him like he's crazy. We just met and you shoved me down a hill. Good point, he laughs. So, are you a lone wolf too? Suddenly his joking expression faded. He nods. Yeah, I've been a lone wolf for a week or so only. My pack abandoned me. They were never really fond of me anyways. I was always the tag-along. I was the useless one who couldn't do anything right. But did I ever care? No! He snarled and dug his claws in the tree. I never should have trusted them. Not Katira. Yeah, sorry. I felt bad for him. I'm sorry I brought it up, I told him, attempting to ease the tension. You know, I had a brother. Sorry. You know, I had a brother, he said, panting. He turns again to face me. We were best friends. What happened? I ask, and then wish I hadn't. The pack tested him. Loyalty to the pack, or his own brother. He chose the pack and attacked me. He turns, showing a scar down his side. He betrayed me and gave me this. I stand silently, looking for the right words. No, it's fine. You don't have to say anything. Sorry I'm spilling my guts to you. There's just a lot on my chest and it felt good to let it out. I know what you mean. Suddenly we hear a howl about a mile away. Don't ask why she knows. A howl a mile away. No, okay. Nome perks up at the sound. It's them. Quick, do you have a place to hide? Yeah, come on. I run towards where the lagoon was. I hope I remember where it is. ... We reach a familiar hill, and I push Nome down and slide after him. We crash through the branches of the bush and into the lagoon. Whoa, how did you find this place, Katira? I fell. He chuckles slightly. I study him for the first time. He's lean, but strong. He was bright red with white tips on his tail, ears, and on his feet. So he's a fox. That's what he looks like. He has beautiful, deep blue eyes, the kind you can get lost in. I shake my head. Mind you, again, I'm reminding you here that they're wolves. Nome, what if the pack catches us? Let's not talk about that. He looked around. Let's also try not to stay here long. Why not? Demon's Lagoon. They say the water is heated by hell's flames. It's cursed if you go into the water. My eyes widen. Cursed? That must be why I'm like this. Can the curse be reversed? Only at Heaven's Lagoon. Only at Heaven's Lagoon. Why? You didn't swim in it, did you? No. My friend did. I'm gonna bring some water back for her. We need to go there. It doesn't work like that, you know. Well, where is it? I believe it's in the southern tip of South America. What? I scream at him accidentally, not meaning to be so loud. A howl sounds nearby, not more than a mile away. Great job. Now they know where we are. Hurry up. I know a way out. Despite the fact that he didn't know where this place was. He runs to the back and moves a boulder, revealing a tunnel. Again, I would like to remind you, he did not know where this place was. He asked her how she found this place, and now he knows that there's a boulder here to remove it. Okay, whatever. Also, he's a dog, and he moved the whatever. Let's go. He runs down the tunnel. I quickly take off running after him. How do you know about this? Reasons. Why do you care? I shrug as well as a wolf can while running, which I can't imagine as well. I'm sorry I'm making you do this. Don't worry about it. I take wolves I just met from Yellowknife, Canada. Sorry, hang on. He's being sarcastic. Don't worry about it. I take wolves I met from Yellowknife, Canada to Southern America all the time. Forget about it. He shakes his head, still keeping his fast pace. My pace is slowing though. Look, I said I was sorry. The sound of paws chasing us nears. Hurry! Nome yells at me over his shoulder. Slow down, I yell, panting. I'm not that fast. You don't want to die, mind you. I don't want to die, mind you. What about me? He sighs and stops. I catch up to him. I need you to imagine this as it happens, okay? I catch up to him, and he puts his head under me and flips me onto his back with ease. He turns around, dashing down the tunnel with the same easy speed, even with my extra weight. Where are we going? You'll see. We burst out of the tunnel at the edge of the cliff. Next to us is a huge waterfall. I scramble off of his back. Now what? Down, he smiles. What? No way, not in a million years. I begin to back up. He shoves me forward. Do or die, sweetheart. He shoves me again. Okay, fine. We jump together as the pack burst out of the tunnel after us. I know they wouldn't jump. They're not that crazy. As the water rushes up to meet us, my world crashes into darkness. That's the end of chapter 1. By the way, again, chapter 1. That was the end of chapter 1. I don't have much to defend myself with. Are they in love now? Probably. And I have comments throughout this that are like me commentating on it. Like when I describe her as too long. And And then just like little things where it's he puts his head under me and flips me onto his back with ease, and I just commented, "Excuse me, who wrote this?" Me and my best friend in, I think, 6th or 7th grade. Honestly, this is the kind of pacing I need nowadays. Yeah, this is TikTok speed kind of writing. Yeah, no, this is not me making fun of somebody else's writing. This is me making fun of my writing. Reading some other things I commented on. She breaks her leg, and I look down and notice my front leg is bound in 2 sticks and long, tough leaves resembling a cast. And I just have the comment, "How? They're dogs." Just so you know. How much can happen in a whole sketchbook's worth? A lot can happen. You have to remember, they have to get from Yellowknife, Canada to South America. Mind you, they never get to South America in the writing that we did. Reading you some other comments right now. Oh my god. Okay, I'm reading a little thing. I want to show you something. He walks over to me with a dark blood red ruby. A ruby? He nods. What is it for? It's magical. Well, kind of. It's a blessed ruby. You can talk to it, and I will hear you. Okay. I lean over and whisper into the ruby, "Can you hear me?" "Yes, I can." He grins. "Cool, right?" He turns his head, showing me a smaller ruby as an earring I hadn't noticed until now. He takes the big ruby, placing it in a holder in a black chain, and places the chain around my neck. It's beautiful. Are you able to talk back to me?" "Yeah, not as easily, but I can." "That's so cool. Where did you get these?" "My mother gave them to me before she left. I want you to have it. In case we get split up, we'll always be able to find each other." We've known each other for maybe an hour. And I commented on, it's a blessed ruby that you can talk to and you can hear from, and I commented, "What the fuck is this shit?" I commented, "Can you hear me?" "Yes, because I'm right next to you." He takes the big ruby, placing it in a holder in a black chain. "From where, comma, comma, with his paws, question mark, question mark." And then at some point, the text does change again to, what the hell does it change to? Happy Monkey. Changes to Happy Monkey, in case you were curious. Also, about 10 pages later, Nome has a cut, an infection, and also frostbite. So. And also, she's broken her leg. Or sprained it. So. Yeah, who pierced this dog? That dog is dead. Anyways, so that's Until It's Gone. AO3 now. I will not be doing that. But they had character profiles. Yeah. Their names were Nome Akatsasuna and Katira Salgia. Those were their names. I can't even explain to you. With Nome's family being Nome Akatsakuna, family is sister Lily, mother Gina, and father Keith. White, white, white. Native American, Japanese? Oh yeah, and where the fuck did the brother go? I have no idea. I didn't even remember that. And then Katira Salgia, mother Lissa, and father Tyler. Also, both apparently deceased, by the way. Apparently both of her parents are dead. What the fuck? god. They died of grief when she ran away. Bet you feel real. Actually, oh my god, you're right. I remember what happened. Eventually, she's like, I have to go back and like see my mom before I leave. And she comes home and they like got like mauled by a bear or something. Like I like distinctly remember writing her like coming back to try to see her parents. And like they got mauled by a bear and were both dead. And she's like, oh my god, I was so awful to my mom. Like what a horrible kid. I'll never get to apologize to her. And for some reason, Sister Lily, age 12, is an unknown life status. Good lord. How visceral was suburban Canada and why are the stakes so high? This is so awful. By the way, Nome Akatsukuna is race Caucasian. Good lord. Why are there multiple caverns and wild bears? This is ridiculous. Nome Akatsukuna's favorite band is Linkin Park. And his favorite song is Animal I Have Become and Whiskey Lullaby. Oh, what the fuck? Why did I need to know this? Favorite shape, circle. Favorite day of the week, Saturday. Favorite month, October. Favorite number, 67. Sorry, 76. Favorite place, middle of nowhere. Favorite word, renegade. What the fuck? Favorite shape. Favorite question, why not? Which is funny because Katira's favorite question is why. Favorite place, Dallas, Texas. Why is Katira born and raised in Yellowknife, Canada? Why is her favorite place Dallas, Texas? Why is her favorite number 34? Her favorite shape is a diamond. Why is her favorite band Maroon 5? Her interests, 3 things: technology, penguins, poetry. It's like having a bad sim. What are your 3 defining interests? Technology, penguins, poetry. What is his? Running, swimming, hunting, poetry again, and listening to music. Oh my god. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Okay, jeez. But she's also, Katira is 5'5" and 120 pounds. 5'5.5", sorry. And Nome is 5'10", 166.4. I don't know where he's getting on a scale. Hair color, bright red, natural. And eye color, navy blue. Why is she my exact build? She's 5'5.5", 120.7 pounds. She's Emily shaped. What is she? She's August 27th, Emily. What is she? They describe themselves as words I've never heard before. He describes himself as vivacious, which is just like full of life. Acrimonious. Even I don't remember what the fuck acrimonious means. Acrimonious. Angry and bitter. Your word to describe yourself is angry and bitter? What the fuck? You know what? Dog, that is the weight of one rabbit. Why are we using decimals for weight? I don't know. Oh my god. That's so fucking funny. God. Okay. I'm breathing. I'm okay. Are there other... This is other character stuff. Oh my god, this is one of those character interview things. I have one for these two too. The interviews. I have an interview with Katira. Spoiler though, be careful, it's a spoiler. So Katira, thank you for coming to the interview today. Glad to be here. Nome dragged me. Oh, okay then. So, how was it being a wolf? Oh, it was just wonderful. I loved being turned into a wolf and getting sucked into a trip to South America. The pack chasing us, the fire, getting shot at, and losing Star all come into play. Wow, that sounds very tragic. But on the plus side, you met Nome. How's your relationship with him? Fancy, you should ask. We were getting along well. I guess I should say we have feelings for each other, but for a while, I wasn't really sure. I guess he's changed my perspective on life. I don't exactly know what it is. Do you? That's all up to you. Anyway, you mentioned feelings for each other. Many of our fans... We have fans? What? Is this a TV show? Many of our fans have seen a growing love between you two. Was it true? Why is it we're treating this as The Bachelor? Well, speaking of which, I guess that's what you could call it. I guess I even said it before that I'm in love with him, but how was I supposed to know he felt the same way? I guess you didn't. On the topic of love, when he first kissed you, was that your first? Well, on the lips, I suppose so, but I do remember kissing a boy on the cheek when I was 8. You were 8 when you met Nome, correct? Back then. How did you meet Nome? Oh, I guess they met before. I'm forgetting about this. Well, dang, I was 8. So was he. We first met because he had to get food for his sister and my house was close by, so he snuck in. Okay, PETA. I guess we got separated because my dad split us up. Man, am I happy he found me. How cute. Anyways, next topic. Do you really think you'll make it to South America? I don't know. I hope so. I don't want to be stuck as a wolf forever. Well, for a while, you weren't a wolf. How did those necklaces work for you? It's annoying. Now I have 2 necklaces. I was so happy Nome got me the choker. It means so much to me. I'll never get rid of it. Very sweet. You also met Star along the way. Who was she when you first met her? Well, at first I just saw her as a young wolf pup. Most readers would infer I took her in because I felt bad for her considering her backstory. But when I saw Nome and her got along, I just couldn't split them up. Well, after a while, you did all end up splitting up. Was that hard? For me, not as much. I knew we would reunite somehow, but Nome took it hard. He was depressed, but didn't show it. I figured it out, though, because he was being clingy and finally admitted that he loved me. Touches her lips. Ah, back on the subject of that first kiss, were you surprised? Considering it happened in the middle of the fight when I tried turning around to yell at him, yes, a little. I was waiting for so long for it to happen, and I suppose he did pick the best time for it to happen. I'm just glad he made the move. What if he hadn't? Would you have? You'll be the death of me. Well, I suppose I would have. A few times I did consider it, but I decided not to. Too many risks. But if he hadn't done, I wouldn't have done it when I would have done it when I woke up in his arms. Aw, you two were so cute. This is awful. How do wolves kiss? I have no idea. Yeah, it's bedtime, night chat, no, night Remy. Oh god. Anyways, yeah, that is Until It's Gone. This little drawing we made this on like a editing website that you could make things on. And we were really proud of these little symbols. We use it like throughout the thing. We use these little like paws. But yeah. Jeez. Is this a wolf interviewing a wolf? Or no, that's probably when she has the magical necklace that turns her into a human on. Because that exists. It's a choker, of course. Good God. Right. I'm struggling to stay composed right now. This is just truly like when Ali asked what was the worst piece of writing we've done, or to put the worst piece of writing on AO3. That's it. That's my worst piece of writing, probably. Followed very closely by the beginning chapters of Losing Hope. I would have devoured that years ago, yeah. Losing Hope I don't qualify as my worst writing just because people have read it and it was very, 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 very popular. Losing Hope was my Black Veil Bride's My Chemical Romance fanfic. It was an Andly fanfic. It was Andy Biersick, Ashley Purdy fic. Except they were abused, self-harming teenagers. So, the one that got shot. Yeah, the one that was on Wattpad for a decade before it finally got taken down. Yeah. I'm so glad it got taken down because now I can talk about it and I'm safe. Because I would not admit the name of it out loud for many, 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 many years because I was afraid that somebody would find it. Yeah, I vowed you would never find it. Now you can't. It has officially been taken down and banned from the site because of what it contained. Because truly, I don't think I could have lived that one down. That one, but I won't call that the worst because hundreds of thousands of people read that one and it also won Wattpad awards, so I can't even complain. Must have not been that bad. Must have not been too bad. But that was the fandom back then. I was like the number 3 Andly fic on Wattpad for many years. I was pretty proud by the end of it, though. That's like something I'll miss, is that was the first like book I ever published. It really was almost book length. It was... I don't know if I have the writing down. Like 42,000 words long, so just about, it was about novel length. It was like 42,000 words. Do I have it on here? I do. It is under novels. There it is. Yeah. God. And I wrote an ending to it a long while after. Okay, I'm gonna read you this because this is actually really, really, really cute. That's like 84% of a NaNoWriMo. Yeah, it's crazy. But I also wrote it over the course of a long time. So this has also all been taken down, so you can't find it. But I wrote the end of the story. So because I wrote 2 fics. It was Losing Hope, which I wrote until end, and then so many people loved the story, but I decided to end it and start a book 2 called Whispers of Trust. And I got about 4 or 5 chapters in until I was like, I'm done. I was 6 chapters in. It looks like 6. Yeah, I was writing chapter 6 when I decided I was done. And I published one final chapter years later. I decided, I left these people without any closure. And so I went back and I wrote an ending to the story. That's a 6-year time skip where almost everybody has done is okay. You know what? I'm gonna read it to you. I'm not gonna read you fuck it. We're already talking about writing, so I'm reading you this. This is the end of what was a almost 12-year writing thing for me. It was like, I don't remember how long. It started, whatever. But this is the ending of it. 6 years later. Despite the morning sunshine and the warm March weather, the mood in the house is somber. I fiddle with the buttons on my shirt, struggling to get my collar to lay flat. I look myself up and down in the mirror, trying to decide if my black dress pants match the black of my button-up. I uncuff and roll my sleeves up to my forearms for the warm weather and pause, catching sight of my arms. I look down with a smile at the black tattoo that spirals down my wrists, covering the sunken white scars that stretch from elbow to wrist. A semicolon tattoo, as well as a collection of graphic Batman tattoos, cover my left arm, while a sprawling cherry blossom branch covers my right. Andy? Ashley's deep voice calls my name from down the hall, and I can hear his dress shoes tapping on the wood floors towards me. In the bedroom, love. I call back. turning towards the bedside table to grab my phone and wallet. Ashley appears in the doorway, his black hair pulled back into a half ponytail, falling gracefully around his shoulders. He sports a similar outfit of black dress pants, but wears a white button-up with a black vest over it. You look stunning, he says, a soft smile on his lips, as usual. I smile back, running a hand through my short hair. Have you heard from Frank or Gerard? Yeah, just... Again, this is Black Veil Brides and My Chemical Romance. They're both in here. But they're not in a band. They're getting the kids into the car. They're going to meet us there. Ashley walks up, wrapping me in a hug. You're sure your professor won't mind you missing class today? I ask, not raising my head from where it lays on his chest. I'm sure. I cleared it with her already. I'll make up the work next week. You know, James wouldn't want you risking your master's degree to go see him. Ashley laughed, deep and warm. I have another year before I get my master's degree, you dork. I just got my bachelor's last spring. I smile up at him. I know, and I'm proud of you every day. Ashley would be hard-pressed to admit it, but he was sitting near the top of his class, only a year away from graduating with a master's in social work after getting his bachelor's degree in psychology last year. You're the one who makes it possible. He leans down, planting a kiss on my lips. While student loans and scholarships have covered Ashley's schooling, I'm working as a full-time supervisor and coordinator for the local hospital to pay the bills on the apartment. That way he can focus full-time on his classes. We should head out, I say, finally stepping out of the hug. Ashley nods, grabbing the keys to our beat-up old Pontiac. Ashley takes the wheel and makes the short drive down to meet up with Frank and Gerard. I sit in the passenger seat with the window down. The air is warm, but the wind still carries the chill of winter, making me shiver. Ashley reaches a hand over, placing his hand on my thigh, palm up. I smile and glance over at him, placing my hand in his and entwining our fingers. He rubs the thumb over the back of my hand, and I give him a quick squeeze, reassuring him that I really am okay. Just another one of those nonverbal check-ins that lasted long past the days of me being mute. No more than 15 minutes later, and after a quick stop at the flower shop, we turn into a curved road passing under the intricate wrought iron gate I know so well. I can see Frank and Gerard's car parked just ahead of us, and Ashley pulls up their car behind and kills the ignition. We climb out right as Gerard opens the car door. Ashley, Andy, good to see you both, he says with a smile. His face is bright despite a look of content tiredness on his features. Frank steps out of the passenger side, and the door behind him opens, a lanky teenage boy climbing out. He smiles and waves at us. Hey, Miles, I call it with a smile. Miles is the oldest of the kids Gerard and Frank have at the group home they run together now. They adopted him officially last year as a surprise for his 16th birthday. Gerard opens the door behind him and takes out the young sleeping girl, their newest addition to their family, their daughter Bandit, who's only 2, and they adopted her just a few months ago. She's dressed in a frilly black dress with a plastic pink crown lopsidedly clipped to her hair. She drapes herself sleepily over Gerard's shoulder, thumb in her mouth and eyes droopy. Frank walks over and wipes me in a tight hug. Andy, it's so good to see you, he says lightly. You too, Frank, I say, hugging him back. We turn to wrap Miles in a tight hug. And you, little man. Hey, Uncle Andy. He laughs, trying to escape the bear hug I've trapped him in. Ashley and Gerard join us, and we turn to make our way through the grass as a group. The laughter and chatter grows quiet out of respect as we approach the granite headstone. This is not a character from either of these bands. This is just a character I made up. But James Kinech, 1996 to 2014, a soul too kind for the world he left behind. That was how I revealed that character died. Oops. I brush a few stray leaves from the headstone and place the bouquet of blue flowers in the vase beside it. Hey, James, I say quietly, kneeling beside the grave. Not long after James and I escaped the mental hospital, James went out one night and didn't come home. When Gerard went out to find him, it was too late. To this day, we aren't sure how he got the gun or why he decided to do it. Although none of us were strangers to suicide, seeing our friend taken away in a body bag had shaken us. Most of us went into state-supported therapy. We got jobs. Andy and I managed to get our GEDs. Life moved forward. It had to. Frank and Gerard's wedding the next year was small, just us in the nearby park. Not long after, they began the process of starting up a group home. Now they run the group home as part of the foster system, caring for kids until they get adopted, and occasionally, like with Miles and Bandit, adopting them into their own family for good. As for us, I got a job at the local hospital as a receptionist, and over the last few years, worked my way up to being the coordinator for scheduling. Ashley was quick to apply for college as well as every scholarship he could find. He managed to cover the entire cost of schooling between the scholarships and the grants he won, and I've been able to cover food and rent for the both of us. I look around at the gathering of all black clothes, faces smiling as they talk and laugh and tell stories to the gravestone we once called our friend. There's an air of familiarity in the people around me, a sense of home, of happiness, and of something else. That little word that's followed me through the toughest years of my life, the flicker of a flame that survived my darkest nights, the childhood part of my mind that survived the trauma life gifts us all, the whispers in the wind that keeps our dream alive, the feeling that no matter what comes to me anymore, with these people around me, life will never be unbearable, that I will always survive, and nothing, no one, can kill our hope. The end. That was the whole thing at the end, was talking about trust and hope, so the big hope thing at the end. And then I have an author's note at the very end. So that was how I decided to wrap up all of the loose ends of the story. And then at the very, very end, I have // author's note // After so long, my flamboyant mushrooms, which is what I used to call my community. So after so long, my flamboyant mushrooms, it's time to let our favorite story go. Let our beloved characters grow up, move on, and survive. Thank you all for so many years of dedication and love, for losing hope and its small sequels, Whispers of Trust. This series was meant to end at the end of the 7th chapter. Now here we are many years later, finally closing this chapter of my life. To see how my writing has evolved from then to now is humbling, and I hope you will all read my current fan fictions, and keep an eye out in the future for my first publishable novel. Maybe one day you'll see my name in bookstores. Thank you for making a young author's dream come true. So long and goodbye for my last update. Love always. And then my username, and then / author's note. I was like, aw, like that was just like a cute little way to be like, I'm gonna end the story and then thank them and then sign off. And then I never went back to Wattpad again. Good lord. Anyways, that was like my first experience with like people would read my writing and actually like it. Completely changed the way I thought. Like, it completely changed my brain. I honestly don't know if I would still be an author right now if I hadn't had a successful story on Wattpad as a teenager. Like, unironically, I don't know if I still would be. It was like my first feeling of success. Maybe I would because of the success I had with Soul Stealers, but yeah, man, I don't know. Bye-bye, I gotta go. No worries, Rat. Good night. I just want to finish the flats on this. Now my throat hurts from reading. That's what I get. Good thing I have tea, because good lord, that was too much reading. I wanted to back out of it once I was deep into that one. I was like, there's no backing out of this because I was already halfway through it. I was like, this is boring. If you didn't read the fanfic, none of this matters. But I tried to make it really impactful for the people who had read the fanfic, that I like tied up all the loose ends and gave everybody the happy endings they had been waiting for, and like I closed all of the questions. Like, it felt like it was like exactly what I needed to give the readers. But also, like, if you didn't read the fanfic, like, none of that stuff matters to you because you don't know these people or like what they went through. Or the fact that like Andy is talking now when he went through like a long like section of selective mutism, or like the tattoo cover-ups for his self-harm scars or whatever it was. Like, there's like so much that I was like, oh man, that was really impactful, and nobody knows that, but that's like, okay. It's just silly to me. I was like, ah, man, you kind of had to be there. Bug-eyed looking dude. Okay. This is gonna be me attempting to actually color Embry properly. I've drawn 3 fully rendered D&D artworks and only one has I have drawn 3 fully rendered D&D artworks and only one has had eyes. Guys, please have more eyes. Yeah, I guess if you drew Sebastian, no eyes, and I have my eyes covered, and that just leaves Diana, you, and Shen. And of 5 characters in our D&D party, 3 of them have eyes, and that's really bad ratio. That is not a good success ratio for having eyes. I have eyes, you just can't see them. How many eyes total? Well, like I said, like, I have eyes. The only people who are actually missing their eyes is Sebastian. Sebastian's are not physically with him. I have eyes, they're just covered with a mask. Little creature. Little creature. Ooh, that's not locked. This needs to be locked. Trying to draw Embry with like markings and also shading is a complex thing to do. We have no eyes, no wings, no pulse, no visible features at all. Yeah. No eyes is Sebastian, no wings being Shen, no pulse is Diana, no visible features at all is me. And what's wrong with you, huh? No name? That's also me. This book is 30 chapters long, but the chapters are only a notebook page front and back, and my god, reading this makes my face red with embarrassment. I love Ripple Heart, but wouldn't be writing without her, but my god, girl. What are y'all slimes? Ironically, we're all humanoids. You know, alright, that's each referring to a different person. No eyes is Sebastian. He's otherwise normal but missing his eyes. No wings is Shen. He's a normal human, except he doesn't have the wings he should. No pulse is Diana, who looks human but doesn't have a pulse. No visible features at all is me, because I have a cloak and a mask. Listen, we're just making it really easy for the artists this season. Wings hard to draw? Guess what? No wings. Facial features hard to draw? Guess what? No face. Don't even worry about it. Really, we're doing you a favor. And also me, because I also do artist stuff. It's kindness. Don't want to draw something difficult? Cool, just remove it from the character. Pulse hard to draw? No pulse. Yeah, don't even stress about it. Diana has horns, wings, and the most complicated fit. You aren't making anything easy. Odin isn't, at least. Also, you have 4 arms. You only ever have to draw 2 of them. Technically, you don't even have to draw any of them. You could put them all in her cloak. You don't even have to draw any limbs if you don't want to. You could unironically, you could draw... There's XR. There she is. There's my girl. That's XR. There's XR. There she is. It's too late. Shen time shutters. Yeah, have fun with that. You've drawn him before. Hopefully that'll make it easier. And clearly he's the one you were the second most excited to draw. I didn't go off of excitement except for my own. I went in a random order. No face. No face. No, yeah, Shen's normal. It just has metal armor. Very normal guy. There's Embry. Embry is officially on the couch. Woo! One more. I can't believe we're almost there. Look at this lineup of people. This is crazy. I'm almost free. Also, Azazel's waist is legitimately the size of like Zadkiel's thigh. This guy needs help. And Kane, I thought you were the problem around here. When it was just a couch, yeah. When it was just this, like there's like the quick like, this was the sketch. Before I actually like got in, I saved the sketch just because it looked so chaotic and fun. And then this is where we're at now. Obviously, there's been some resizing too. Crazy. All right, Jace. Let's finish this game. I do want to trying to draw a foot at this angle does not make much sense at all. I just wanted to have like a kind of idea of where those would all of this would be. Because it doesn't matter because it gets hidden, but it's important for me. It's kind of messy, but the angle at which he's standing, yeah, I don't want to talk about whatever the fuck's going on with this angle. Let's just accept this for what it is and just roll with it, okay? Just roll with it. All right. Let's get some base colors on this bad boy. Freedom is in sight. I'm on the wrong layer. God, he looks paler than usual even. Is this really the correct color? By God, it's even paler. My God, what color is this motherfucker? It feels slightly off. It is slightly off, but okay. And then just rub the colors, slap that in there. Get them colors in here. Luckily, Jace is a fairly easy quick draw. Especially at this angle where we'd have to do literally no details at all because for some reason he's decided to face away from the camera. Because he's asked to the camera for some reason, he is very easy to draw. Cool, let's detail it. It'd be very easy is my plan. Couple of darker strands here. Put some shading around his face. A little bit brighter for a couple of these in-between strands. The end is in sight and I can feel it. Shading a couple of these. What is that nose? Whoa, Jace. From what Jace is a very straight nose. Yeah. That feels a little bit more accurate. Get some blush in this area. It is definitely messy, but I never literally ever know how to shade this dude. So let's get to freckling him. I am gonna hand freckle because it feels easier. It's not easier. Where's my dots? Too big. Cool. I'm not super stressed about this stuff being detailed because this is all going to be so small on the screen. Okay. Shade the jacket. Couple of shades there. Couple of highlights on the jacket. Works for me. Couple of shadows on the pants. Shade your butt cheeks, dude. Not like I had to on the other page, but different type of... I'm always drawing this man's ass. What is with me and drawing this dude's butt? I know, like, I'm the one doing it to myself, but still feels targeted somehow. Kinda gotta call that good. As long as that looks good with everybody else. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more shading on his face, but other than that, that's kind of what we're looking for. But, like, that's... Subconsciously, you must really like his ass. I must. But that's it, then. Like, that's the page. That is Art Fight. And then I'll put, like, my team up at the top, but, like... I'm gonna do... I'm just gonna leave it as that, I think. I was gonna, like... I wanna put, like, a floor, maybe? Like, just have the floor be different than the background. Like, we'll call this carpet. Where's my digital design? There we go. We'll call that carpeting. And then that'll be our couch. What do we think? This is our team. My God. It is really cool to see. I'm not shading the couch for one very particular reason. I am going to fix the shading on this side really quickly just because it will bother me otherwise, but... So the point for not shading the couch is that I want to be able to remove all of these. Let me rename you as Jace and rename you as Embry. Because the whole point now is that I can like boop, 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 boop. And now I can put any individual person there. Like, this is the whole point. It's an ugly couch, because the point of the couch is not the point. That I can be like, let me introduce you to my character, Brianna. There she is. Let me introduce you to my character, Kane. Don't mind that it includes a hand and a foot of Sawyer. Kane specifically has that, so I can get rid of it. But, like, there's Kane. Like, let me introduce you to my character, Othello. There he is. Let me introduce you to my character. Is it Sander? I need to rename you. So that, like, one by one, I can be like, this is Xander, this is Jace, this is Embry, this is Kane, this is Sawyer, this is Genesis, this is Zadkiel, this is Brianna, this is Azazel, this is Othello, and this is Myra. So that everybody can be added in and removed. And also, that's why I'm drawing everybody in full picture. So if Jace is standing there and Xander's not there, he still has legs. See? Same thing of if Genesis is there and Sawyer and Kane aren't. Ta-da! Genesis is still fully drawn. You can see her kind of like behind Genesis, and she's all fully finished. Like, that is the whole point. Is I wanted everybody to be removable. So I can introduce them one by one on a TikTok series. But there it is. We officially have our 2026 art fight references and lineup done. It's done. Fucking Christ, it's done. It only took me 4 months. Oh yeah, art fight refs. Yep, your time is ticking down. Alexa, how many days are there until July 1st?
There are 69 days until July 1st.
As of today.
Today is April 23, 2026.
As of today, it is 69 days till art fight. We have 69 days until art fight. It's past midnight where I am, so as of today, the 23rd, we have 69 days until art fight. I will have to make a TikTok about that tomorrow. That's crazy, but it is time. We are here. I'm gonna spend the rest of my night working on my toy house. Oh my god, it's 12:30 in the morning. I have to go back and work in the morning. Okay. Alright, Pookie's contexto time. Contexto time? All right. I'm gonna start today with the word wolf. Well, it ain't wolf. Xander, we should call sometime soon. I redid character bios for basically all my novels characters. Fun. Piss is the word. Okay. That word doesn't count. Sorry. Man or woman. Man, woman. It is neither, but today it is closer to woman than man. Pee doesn't count. Urine? Nope. None of those count. Sorry. Building. Ooh, building is closer. Object. Object is the largest so far. I'm guessing urea doesn't count either. And urea works for some reason. So, there you go. 29,000 words away. It's not urea. It's an object. Okay, so we know it's a thing. Is it an objective? Okay, it's closer to objective than it is to object, actually. Task? No. Problem? Fix? Fix! Solve. Nope. Okay, so it's not solve, which is 3333 away, but it is fix, which is 61 words away. Goal. Nope. Repair. No. Keep. Nope. How about resolve? Nope. Build. No. Task. That word's already been guessed. 2,900 words away. Tyria said running. No. I think it's like to fix in place. Yeah. How about to cement? No. To stick. Stick is in there. Stationary. I mean, it's an orange word. 1,400 words away. Nail. Nope. How about screw? Doesn't count. Glue. No. Affix. Nope. Object, objective, and fix are our top words. Other words being stationary, stick, problem, and building. Hit. No. Hammer. Tool. Tool is up there. Saw. Saw is up there. Screwdriver. No. Tree. Wood. Nope. Bolt. Nah, it's up there. Top words: stationary, stick, problem, building, bolt, saw, tool, object, objective, fix. Painting. No. Oil. No. Water. I'm gonna do the elements real quick. Water is 700 words away. Fire is 1,300 words away. Air is 1,600 words away. Earth is 1,000 words away. So it is closest to water and then earth. And then fire and then air. Machine. No. Metal. Metal is up there. Metal's a green word. Top words: bolt, earth, saw, water, tool, metal, object, objective, fix. Lube isn't gonna count. You have to remember, anything that could even possibly remotely have anything to do with sex will not count. Iron. Nope. Lubricant is not the word, but it does count. Hover. No. Fly. How about plane for Reese? Oh my god, plane is up there. Plane is a green word. Have I heard an element? Element. Element is up there, actually. Top words: metal, plane, object, objective, element, fix. Steel. Car. It's not car. Travel. It's not travel. Oh, does it mean... Chemistry. Nope. Rock. Nope. How about just science? Nope. Sheet. Okay, so sheet is up there. Wondering if it means like a flat plane. Flat. Yeah, flat is up there. Top words are flat, metal, plane, object, objective, element, fix. How about just math? It's not math. How about rocket? Moon. Oh, moon is up there. Space. Astronaut. No. But moon is up there. Lattice? I already guessed rocket. It's not rocket. Lattice is 300 words away. Where was rocket? Rocket was all the way down here. Rocket was 3,800 words away. Bowling? Well, the word bowl is 1,400 words away. Fuel. It's not fuel. Engine? It's not engine. How about sun? Sun is also up there, 400 words away compared to moon's 200 words away. Planet. System. Ooh, system is up there. How about orbit? Yeah, not quite. Solar. Solar is green. Top words are solar, flat, metal, plane, system, moon, object, objective, element, fix. I cannot figure out what direction we're going. Light. Ooh, light. 8 words away is our new top word. Satellite. Satellite. Satellite is up there, but not that. Electron. It is not electron, but that is an orange word with 500 words away. Photon. 390 words away. I'm gonna try dark. No. Shadow. Shadow is up there. Top words: solar, flat, metal, plane, system, moon, shadow, object, objective, element, fix, light. Reflection. Reflection is 15 words away. Wave. 109 words away. Particle. 500 words away. Top words: fix, reflection, and light. Light bulb. No. Mirror? Mirror is 3 words away, by the way. Mirror is my new top word right now. Top words being reflection, light, and mirror. Glass. Glass is 10 words away. I'm gonna say window. No. Refraction. Refraction is 4 words away. I'm saying rainbow. 113 words away. Top words are reflection, glass, light, refraction, and mirror. The answer is not bathroom, sink, but I will say bathroom. And I will say sink. It's neither of those words. Prism. Correct with aura for the win today is prism. Fantastic job. You have done it. Top words are prism, optic, mirror, refraction, optical lens, illumination, light, crystal, glass, angle, reflector, beam, vision, reflection, and eye. Fantastic job. I also agree that rainbow should have been higher. But good job, Ara. You've won the pin for today. I'm going to play Letterosa real quick because I like doing that. Starting with shark as per usual. Ooh, there's an R in there. Racket. There's an R and an E. Reflection. How about 2 E's? Private. Ends with an E. GR are together, so GRE, and then it ends in an E. But it doesn't start with G. But there's GRE somewhere. There is a D. You can guess, I just usually don't look at chat. So it does start with the D. So it's D something GRE. It's D something GRE ends with an E. G something. No, sorry. D something GRE. Do we need any other letters? We could use an E again. Yeah. Wonderful. Various just you also got it. Pin to you. Bonk. Good job. All right, Connexo. All right. Oh God. Throbber, scroll, full house, feeling, hover, bar, sense, click, pair, percentage, hunch, drag, straight, guess, flush, hourglass. Well, a straight, a flush, and a pair, and a full house. Easy. A hunch, a sense, a feeling, and a guess. To scroll, to click, to drag, to hover. And a throbber, a bar, a percentage, and an hourglass. That one I don't know what that is. Loading icons. Oh, yeah. There you go. That was easy. That one was really easy. Good lord. Voracious at throbber, percentage, hourglass, bar with your loading icons. You were on top of that. Espresso? Nope. It wants to install Espresso, which isn't happening. I love throbbers. I know you do, babe. I know you do. But we got that one really quick. Good job, everybody. All right, I'm just being honest. All right, that is it for the day. Thank you for getting through the end of that with me. That was really fun to finish up. I am so glad we are done with Art Fight references. Now, we are open to do anything. If we want to go back to doing The Sims, we can. If we want to take a break from art, we can play some more crime scene cleanup. Otherwise, we can do some art challenges if we want to keep going with art. Like, the world is officially open to us. It is so good. There's some other art streamers up right now, so I'm just gonna raid over to some other art streamers. Looks like they're learning how to draw hands. I know y'all love that shit. I don't know who this person is. I've never seen them before. Just looks like they're drawing hands, so I'm just gonna raid you over there. I don't know who this person is. If they turn out to be weird, I don't know you, you don't know me, we've never met each other, and just scatter to the winds. Otherwise, I'm gonna go over to bed for the night, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and draw your dad on a large couch with all of your other family members so that you can systematically delete them as the family members die, in the same style as America's Next Top Model as they get eliminated from a competition. Or I'll draw it for you. Night chat.
Christian? Hold up, wait a minute. Xander? Oh no, not a double raid. Welcome in Valley and Xander. How was streams? What were you guys up to? Double raid Yahoo. Valley was doing hard. I mean, Xander was also doing hard. How were your streams? Welcome raiders from Valley and Xander. My name is Kazachi. sometimes I game, not too often.